Hi MZ, how are you doing? I hope no interruption for today. I mean my internet. So yeah, yesterday was just like disaster actually, you know? It's so bad when you like just start the stream and yeah. How's it going? So yeah, today we can discuss like anything because we have some news by the way. Like it's not so important news, but news about new areas by the way. So yeah. Yes, I mean like if you mean like topic of the stream, yes, no significant changes. You know what I mean? I mean like, yes, they change her constellation too, a little bit. They change like that crit rate from for Geo to 40% damage bonus, from 30 crit rate to 40% damage bonus.
In this era of fair with
Oh, and maybe that's it. Also, they change one of her passive. Like, they just like, take away that speeding increase, like the passive which increased the speed for your teammates for 15% for 10 seconds, for 10 seconds, yeah. And that's it. So no significant. It's the third week already, and that's great actually, if you ask me. Because like, if they can keep her like at the same state she is at the moment, that would be great. Because she is not so difficult to use, easy to use, and yes, great character. Oh hi Paquita, how are you doing? Yeah, internet yesterday was off for all Egypt. For real? I didn't know that. Yes, I yesterday had a problem as well. Unfortunately, yes, it was like 4 or 5 minutes. Some time to time we had something, maybe because of maintenance, etc. But it's a bad time to do maintenance if you ask me. You know why? Because let's say usually you're doing maintenance not on like at these times at 8 p.m. You know, it's a bad time. Usually, like, you do it on night, like, you know, on a shift, something like that. But it is what it is. What can I say? I mean, it happens time to time, not gonna lie. Is Shinchu best Hydra? Hi, how are you doing, Enjoyer? They always change the constellation when it's too OP. Yes, they change constellation a little bit, but not so much. You know, like, let's say, yes, constellation for Xilonen, especially 1 and 2, are, I would say, not a bad constellations, because with constellation 1, you get, if I'm not mistaken, like one of the part is like it gives you resistance to interruption, and it's stackable, which is great. So yeah, if you use some character like Zhongli on the same team, or maybe not Zhongli, Zhongli gives you a shield, it's not a resistant to interruption. Let's say Dia, right? You get that resistance to interruption on top of the resistant to interruption Xilonen gives you. So that's crazy. About Constellation 2, yeah, that Constellation is just insane. You know why? It's like she gives so much buff. About Shinchu, you know, like, let's say, yes, maybe she is most fastest Hydra applicator in the game, at least for now. But I would say Yelan better, because Yelan on top of that gives you buff. Also, Yelan with Favonius and enough crit rate can get enough energy back, and you can use her skill of cooldown, which is way more convenient than Shinchu. Shinchu has a cooldown, and that cooldown sometimes just like, you know, like ruin your rotation. And that's a problem. That's the only problem. But overall, he's great. So yeah, it's like 15 seconds, 20, you know? That's why. So if it was like 18 seconds, would be just insanely great. He would be maybe number 1, way better than Yelan, despite that buff, by the way. But at the moment, like Yelan gives you more. But you can use him. I mean, like, he's not a bad character at all. You can use it, like, if you notice, like, I use Shinchu a lot, especially with Alhaitham. You can use with Raiden, you can use her with Arlecchino. So yeah, especially with Arlecchino, when you're, let's say, not, let's say, rely on your dodging, you can use Shinchu, which gives you like a resistance to interruption. I got to see Shinchu this month of the shop. Oh, congrats with that. So, well, by the way, Constellation 6 Shinchu, like, he is, yeah, like, let's say all of the characters in this game, like, for real, like, with Constellation are completely different characters if you compare with Constellation 0. It's okay, because, you know, like, because each Constellation adds something, and we have a characters who gain way more than other characters. Let's say like Neuvillette, his constellation just insane. First, all of his constellations just crazy. Arlecchino's constellation is also great. So yeah, mualani's constellation, by the way, as well. Yes, not maybe all of them, but first constellation is great. He really crank my Arlecchino team, especially. Yes, you're right. I mean, like, I use Shinchu a lot. Still didn't get the attack sent for her. Oh, for real, that sucks. I know, like, because getting artifacts for Arlecchino, it's a little bit difficult, you know, but it depends on which set you use, because at the moment I use Glad set. I switched to this one. Whimsy one is like not so convenient for me, as unfortunately, especially for my, you know, like, if you know she has standard ICD, in this case, like, you know, like, you can lose some bond of life with no reason whatsoever, and can lose some damage. Constellation 0 doesn't give you like 100% bond of life, it only gives you 75, which is, yeah, actually it's like hits you a lot, unfortunately. Constellation 1 like fixed that problem, but it is what it is. I mean, like, she's still like a crazy character. I like that Arlecchino, and I hope like, if I can get Chivalrous, would be nice. I can test like in 4 days. Oh, hi Naban, how are you doing? Hi Sergio. Donde estas CR7? Donde estas CR7? Like, I most likely CR7. Donde estas? Oh, hi Mirak, how are you doing? I saw leaks for it too. Oh, by the way, about like some like info for future. If you know, guys, say like some leakers or like info about, like, they told us we will not see 5.8. I don't believe in that. We will see 5.8 definitely, and maybe we will get, like, I heard about like Dorman Port and Blackleaf Forge areas in the future. I hope they will do the same like what Hoyo did last version 4, like when we got Simulanka, you know, like temporary map, and they give us some hints about like future, let's say, stories, events, etc. Would be nice to get something like that, but I don't believe that 5.7 is going to be the last patch of Natlan of 5. Like, yes, maybe like for Natlan, yes, but not for major update 5, you know, 5.x. Xilonen Sidu got buffed. Yes, a little bit in Aban. I mean, yes, she got buffed a little bit, not so much, but let's say it's for if you want to go for constellation, then yes, like, but if you don't want, like, CC is still the same, so yeah. You know, like constellation, let's say, guys, if you compare with constellation, or like, if you want to go, like, if you compare constellation 1 and weapon, I would say weapon is better. Yes, if you want to go for constellation 2 might be, you know, like 25%, 36% element, you know, like they buffed the weapon and it now gives you 36% elemental damage bonus, which is crazy. You know why? I think, you know, a couple of constellation gives you more than that. It gives you resistance to interruption, it gives you more energy, so yeah, I mean, it depends, but still, weapon is a great weapon. I mean, like, her signature weapon is going to be maybe one of the best, like, supportive weapon, especially for Xilonen. Oh, okay, let me just, like, today we have like Xilonen books. I can do like, if you want me to do like some spoiler base with different like team comps, because like it's in a couple days we will get a new one. So yeah, if you're still struggling, I don't know, with one of the chambers, or you need to like build some teams, you know, just write in chat. I can do that. I will try to do like with with the closer characters you have. Unfortunately, I don't have all of them. So yeah. So it would be nice to get that Dornman port, you know, and like Blackleaf Forge areas. Why not? Because, you know, overall new areas is good. And I think they will continue the same strategy. I mean, like they will add something, like some events, like as you heard, like guys, we will get some new event or like craft like exploration event, something like that within 5.1, where you can get up to 400 Primogems. Why not? It's not so much, not gonna lie, but you know, like if you have additional 100 chests on your map, it's not bad. It's more than 100, by the way. Like, you know, like let's say, oh no, it's less than 100. It's, let's say, like about like 50 new chests. You know, why not? It's not a bad idea, at least farming something, you know. But don't know the details yet. Oh yeah, about that, yes, Inaban, yeah. I saw leaks for that. By the way, just used all my hydro. Got enough phase for 10 standard posts. Hope for cookie and go for real. That's crazy, actually. That's crazy, CGFR. Congrats. For a standard banner cookie Shinobu, that's insane, actually. Congrats with that. Yeah, that's crazy. Hi Z, how are you doing? Because like, yeah, getting the character you want, and by the way, you still can build her even at C0. Yes, at Constellation 0 you maybe, let me show you that, like let's say if you want to use with Alhaitham, as you know guys, Alhaitham has delay when he use his burst. So the like optimal way to use his burst, it's like this. If I have his burst ready, let me show you.
I've been waiting for...
Oh my, just a second. Just a second. I messed up with places, with the spots. Hi, how are you doing? I hope I have your luck and get C6 Faruzan from standards. Oh, from Faruzan. For me, by the way, Faruzan is also Constellation 5, but I want to get like actually Cookie Shinobu would be better. Way better. So yeah. When I saw status, I was kinda turned down, but the cookie jumped. Yeah, for real, congrats. That's crazy actually. Especially when you want the character, when like, yes, let's say you like, yeah, at Cetus, by the way, it's not a bad character. Unfortunately, that charge attack he has, like it's like it takes so much time to charge, but it's, let's say, maybe kinda useful. I don't know, like I don't like his gameplay, but even though he fought like in that cutscene, as you remember, against Sino. So yeah, about like, yeah, I have enough. So it's better to use like this, like you use Alhaitham's burst first, then switch to Cookie Shinobu and use her skill. And why is that? Because when you use Alhaitam burst, he doesn't get infusion immediately. It happens in a couple seconds. So in this case, you can like win some seconds with Cookie Shinobu's skill, if you don't have Constellation 2, you know? So let me show you.
I see everything! Yeah.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Okay, so yeah, you're doing something like that.
Let me read you a verse.
This first, then
Scatter!
you see, and I now have that burst anyway, even though I switch. Okay. So in this case, like that 12 seconds became 14 seconds. Like let's say that 12 seconds, instead of like let's say 9 seconds became like full 12 seconds. So you can use something like, it's way like, yeah, it's not difficult to do, by the way, but just keep that in mind. Burst, then cookies skill, but not cookies burst. Just keep that in mind, because cookies burst also has animation time, and you will just lose that projectile attacks. Only skill like take no time whatsoever. About Constellation Naban, I don't know either, but if I'm not mistaken, what actually got buffed in Constellation 2, it's like, you know, like, it's kinda, my strategy is C0, then R1, then, actually it's great strategy, Naban, if you ask me. You know why? Because maybe, just maybe, I don't want to go for weapons, but we'll see. I mean, usually I don't go for weapons, but why not? Maybe I will try to go for weapons, especially now it's not so, like, costly that it was before, you know? At least something. On top of that, that weapon really great for her. Yes, just imagine, like, if you like remember yesterday, like we did some calculation about like how many buff, how many like in numbers you can get. It's 76%, by the way, buff. Also, it's way more convenient and easy to get than Furina's buff, you know? Like, let's say, even if you have like some great healer, Xilonen is still with that weapon will be better than Furina. So yeah, that's crazy. 76%, like 36 from a weapon, team wide, by the way. So yeah, it's not like you switch the character and get the buff, because you know, like, if you get the affixes, when you switch a character, you see these numbers, like, you might lose some buff immediately. Like, it, you know, like, if you, what I want to say. If you have high ping and buff is not team wide, you definitely will lose some damage. Because when you switch a character, you need those affixes, or like it's also called like motion values, need to apply to your character. In case of team wide, you don't need to wait that time. You just like switch and you get the buff. That's why that set, I mean like 40% elemental damage bonus set, is so great. Because it just applies immediately to your character and you see that buff in your numbers, you know? That's why it's so great.
Wait.
Like, let's say when you got Furina's buff, it's a little bit like, yes, it's also team wide, but unfortunately you cannot see it, which is, to be honest, if you ask me, it's a little bit frustrating, you know, when you don't see numbers. Oh, but yeah, that's why that weapon is so good. But before that, it was, if I'm not mistaken, some kind of limited. You know, it was only for one character, something like that. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you know, like, you can fight this lady, this one. I will do a video about that. So yeah, she is so crazy, this one. Even though she is so quiet at the moment. Do not try to bull her, you know why? Because yeah, this place is crazy, by the way. Oh, hi Zoro, how are you doing? MD5050 Zoro, what up Zoro? I wanna see if I can win on Kinich on my alt account. I cannot wait for lose my... That's alright, you will be okay, Ali, definitely. No need to think about that like this. I mean, you know why? Because, let's say, no need to spam your wishes. Like, time to time it can help you. I mean, like, you know. Let me go this team today, because I usually use Arlecchino, which is boring. It's the same team again and again. By the way, Alhaitham was my main before I got Arlecchino. I used Neuvillette a little bit, but Neuvillette is not so good, unfortunately. I mean, like, you know why? It's like, no, he's great, I'm not, but he needs some energy, and you need to get like another Hydra. Unfortunately, you cannot use him with Shinchu, you cannot use him with Yelan. Yes, Yelan is maybe, but best like second character Hydra for him is like Furina with the Favonius, which gives them a lot of energy. How is that possible? I easily sense. But Alhaitham is great because he can give you like infusion in like 4 different way. Like you can do like this one with plunge attack. You get like, you see, like I got like 3 leaves. One of them is already
Rain outlines your face. Dissipate.
Everyone hold hands.
Also, if you hit him with a charge attack, you also get a Q, for 4 seconds. So in this case, he is like for real great character. That's why I don't see Kinich like let's say I don't see Kinich, even though Kinich it gives you like deals a lot of damage. Kinich it's still a little bit like not like I'll hate him. He's not even close. And when we get some Hydro Electro character who can be good support and can use that supportive set, Natlan supportive set would be nice. I mean the character with a Night Soul Blessing mechanic, or I'll hate him. Just imagine 4 additional percent of damage. I hope for some Hydro. Unfortunately, the only Hydro we have at the moment it's like Mualani.
Here you are.
So yeah, and Mualani is like, yeah, she applies Hydro. Let's say she doesn't apply Hydro whatsoever, especially for like DPS characters. Oh, Hyro hit, how are you doing? Hi Sino, how are you doing guys? Sino guys, talking. Stay here a moment. I used to back the time when Archon and Rogan.
Wait. Huh? No.
How many Primus you have? Oh yeah, it's like Nefon. I only play WoW and Genshin. Oh, about that, yes. I play WoW as well, but I'm like completely, you know, let's say I'm a little bit casual in WoW. You know why? Because WoW is, yeah, a little bit like, I don't know, like it's only a matter of preference. If you like the game, why not? 140 pulls, but I'm afraid we'll lose 50-50. About that, Zoro, by the way, if you have like 140 pulls, like, just keep that in mind. I don't know which character you want to go, but we will get like 600s from maintenance. It's like before 5.1. We will, in 2 weeks, by the way, it's developer stream, 300 Primogems. Then we will get like 1600 Primogems from like anniversary. Also 400 Primogem for exploration in 5.1. So you will be alright. I mean, like we should get about like a lot of pulls, by the way. So you will be alright. Even though, I mean, like, yes, losing 50-50, it's like, it's bad. But still, if you lose 50-50, you will still can get the character you want, guaranteed. Especially if you want, like, I don't know which character you want to go for. I got mualani on my second account at 80 It's like, yo, congrats with that, actually. If it's like guaranteed, it's great. Gamba for Kinich. Oh, for Kinich, actually, you know, like what? I don't want to say Kinich is bad, like maybe you got me wrong a little bit. No, he's good, but unfortunately he doesn't have any supportive character at the moment, and Hell hate him as well. So yeah, he can deal a ton of damage even without any supportive character. You still maybe can use Mualani, but it's not a great idea, believe me or not. So yeah, we need some like Pyro for him, or maybe, I don't think we'll get Dendro, by the way, but maybe. You know why? Actually, it's 7 elements, so we should maybe, no. Dendro, we have already Dendro, and you cannot use, actually, you know what? If you play in, oh no, it's not. You know what? Maybe, just maybe, if you go for that supportive set on Kinich, right? Just a second, let me check that. So it's when nearby party members, of course, it's like it helps with energy for him, which is not bad, and also gives him like, and he is on fielder. I mean, like, use this set instead of Obsidian Codex. Obsidian Codex is just great. Obsidian Codex is way more better because it gives you like 15% damage bonus and also like 40 crit rate, which is crazy. And his weapon, by the way, if you know, signature weapon is only 11 crit rate, which is super low, even though base attack is crazy. And like are also especially made for kinich. But kinich will be way better when we get some supportive characters, especially, yes. And I'll hate him as well. And I'll hate him, and Tignari and Nahida, by the way, they're all... and you can like also like build your Traveler, MC Traveler Dendron. Who is my area pink get so high? It's getting annoying. What buff did Xilonen get? Oh, about that, Inaban. Actually, I don't know, unfortunately. Just a second, let me check that. Maybe I can find something.
Wait.
Just a second.
No. Whatever.
So yeah, first one, first, second constellation. So yeah. Oh, it's not a buff. You know what they changed? They changed like the only thing was changed. It's like instead of 30% crit rate, Geo now gets 40% damage bonus. If you ask me, I would say it's a buff for Geo characters. You know, because mostly Geo doesn't need crit rate so much. I don't know why, but if you have like Rohit have Ito, if I'm not mistaken, and you know what, Ito can be like Ito playable even without any crit rate. I don't know why it's that. I test Ito a couple times, like, but you know, like you know, you don't have crit rate so much, but he still can crit. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of Geo, maybe it's because of like maybe other like affixes, maybe buffs, etc. But I don't think so. So because of that, getting 40% Geo damage bonus, I would say way more valuable than 30% crit rate for Geo, if you ask me. So yeah, I would say it's buff. Exploration in 3 days by lazy app. Oh, for real, 100%. That's crazy, actually. Yeah, bro. Kazuha
There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
Oh yeah, Favonius is a great weapon, by the way. Favonius is just insane weapon, guys, and I would like, you know, guys, if you ask me, when you get enough mats and characters, etc., I would suggest like at least keep 2 copies of Favonius weapons, like this one and sword. So yeah, this weapon is just crazy. Also, I have like 2 of this one, sacrificial sword, but Favonius one, yeah, I will do like third one as well, by the way, as soon as I get one, because yeah, I just use like level 1 stuff for Homa on Zhongli, which is like, you know, like better to use like at least level 1 Favonius lance. A great weapon, just insane weapon.
Simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
I got 50 over, but phone is it my ping? Okay, but phone is lagging. Oh, he's worse in character, yeah. I'm gonna start farming for Kazuha no matter what. He's coming home. I wish you best of luck, Sino. I mean, like, Kazuha is a good character. I don't want to say he's bad or something, you know. Like, he's still valuable and will be valuable in the future, despite we get Xilonen. And I will explain you why. It's like the same situation with Bennett, Shenling, and Mavuika. As you know, guys, Mavuika can somehow, let's say, replace Bennett, but not completely. You know why? Because Bennett can heal. Even though it's like another team-wide healing, he still can be a great healer. And he gives you a lot of buff, and buff scales on base attacks. So yeah, the better weapon, the better buff, which is crazy. And also level, of course, you know, like his base attack and like, yeah. Mavuika cannot heal. I don't think she, Hoyo will give her healing ability because Xilonen also like already got that. Also Kazuha. Why Kazuha is so good? Even though maybe in terms of buff, debuff like numbers, Xilonen can be good, Kazuha still has that crowd controlling ability, which is crazy. You know? So you can go, let's say, like, let me show you like something. So yeah, by the way, you can use like with Dendro. You know why? Because that Dendro cannot destroy, like that animal.
Let's head off.
Cannot destroy. Let's say we go without, like, do some. Just a second, let me show you.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Flicker.
No, my sword! Our bond is strong!
Deflect.
And it's like, he's like quite usable characters anyway. Even though he cannot like react with Dendro, you still can use him. Because like his crowd controlling ability is just crazy, insane. Maybe one of the best in this game, because you alone manage that crowd controlling. It's not like Venti or Sucrose. You can like do like, let's say, hold.
The wind knows me.
With the like higher cooldown, or like just press. Press, by the way, do swirling, and I would suggest you, if you want to do swirl, no need to do like hold. This one is enough. And by the way, Kazuha at the same time can do double swirl, if you know that. He can do like double swirling. When you swirl, it's the first one, and when you land, it's the second swirl. So yeah, it's like, it's not so easy to achieve, but it's possible. I mean, like, you know, it's possible anyway. For Xilonen, about her signature. Okay, Ali. About her signature, by the way, like, I will go for, if you ask me, I will go for a standard weapon, craftable one. So let me do a couple like domains with like Kazuha. I will go for like craftable weapon first. You know why? I wanna check how is she going to be. And after that decide maybe, because like upcoming weapon banners, I mean like in a 5.1, like we will get 2 good swords, because like that swords, both of them, like one of them is 88% crit damage, another one is like team white buff, 36%. By the way, they buff the weapon, by the way. Back then it was like 25. I don't know why they did that. You know why? Because even without that buff, Xilonen anyway looks just crazy, you know? Maybe there is some reasons, you know?
Body and mind.
But at the moment, with all of the kit she has, even at Constellation 0, she looks, let's say, we have some info about Mavuika, right? She looks better than Mavuika, because like, she can like, you know, like, Mavuika is Pyro, but Xilonen can react with Hydro, Electro, Cryo, and Hydro, with all of the elements, and give you buff, according buffs. So yeah, maybe 2 of them, it's actually possible, but you need to keep her on feel more than you need actually, so because of that I wouldn't suggest you to do that. So yeah, couple normal attacks to get like 90 Night Soul points, it's more than enough. The geo change was in 3rd beta, and something else got buff in 4th beta. The geo change? Oh, for real? Ah, Inaban. I haven't heard about that, but if I'm not mistaken, like they only changed... Just a second. They also change her passive. If you like you know which one. It's a force passive, if I'm not mistaken. Which like instead of getting that speed, increased speed, like they just cancel that. Back then you could get like 15% increased speed for 10 seconds for like it's team wide. Now they cancel that. Actually it's, let's say, maybe less fun exploration for your teammates, but let's say you still will use Xilonen, because like, yeah, she's going to be great. She can like run on the walls or mountains, something like that. Yeah, look, you saw the footages and videos, I'm pretty sure. Gamble all your problem. I hate them, bro. I won Nahida Neuvillette after Raiden. Oh yeah, actually this team, by the way, Nahida, Neuvillette and Raiden is a great team. Not gonna lie, maybe one of the, like, let's say maybe one of the convenience team in the game. Because yeah, you can do literally everything. If the enemy is has immunity to Hydro, you still can do some Hyper Blooming anyway. Like for Tulpa, you still can use them. If I'm not mistaken, I can check that. I don't know. I can check Tulpa. By the way, let me check that, if you don't mind. Let me do this one. So yeah, I want to show like Kazuha. Yes, that's not a great example because you cannot crowd controlling these big enemies. They are like pretty beefy.
Rain cutter.
One with wind and cloud.
Lightning terrified. This.
As soon as you lose your Cookie Shinobi, Cookie Shinobi's first skill.
Flicker.
Rain outlines your.
Yeah, that's why.
Bond is strong.
That's why Cookie Shinobi, like Constellation 2, it's like so. I don't want to say important for Alhaitham, but yeah. It's way better to have that constellation. And what about below Chichi? Below Chichi. Yeah, Chichi is crazy. I need Arlecchino as Pyro DPS. My friend are pulling for Hutao. Oh, for real? About that, by the way, Sino, I would say maybe like you know, I like Arlecchino more than Hutao. You know why? Because Hutao need Constellation 1. And without Constellation you need like to get used to that charge attacks. Which is, yes, it's not annoying by the way, it's like easy to do, you just need a couple days to get used to that. But still, you know, like, I don't know, Arlecchino without that is like way more comfortable. Yes, she is fragile, not gonna lie. Yeah, you will have like, if you get her, you will have like nightmare days with like when you play with her, especially in like Spiral Abyss, because yes, sometimes it's just like so annoying to use her. But overall, she is crazy. If don't get Kazuha, why, right? But for me, Hutao is not my wish list at all. Oh, hi Shout, how are you doing? No bro, do all exploration, Natlan also gives 50 permanent per upgrade. Oh, actually yes, about that, I haven't done this yet. I still like, I want to collect all of them. Yeah, that's, you mean like this ones, it's Pyroculus, right? I already have 82. I want to get all of them. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, in this update you can get 108. So let me try Neuvillette, just like in Genshin, GG and HSR, Bilo, bro, they're both, yeah, kinda like that. And by the way, in Wuthering Waves, is that like gumming, you know? Let me just do some tests, I mean like, let me just go like Dendro Traveler. Just, yeah, something like that. I want to see if Neuvillette can do like, if I'm not mistaken, no, but let's check it. It will be because of her idle animation. I think it's more than 200. Mine is 3 is for real. Oh, I heard that. You know why? Because if you check the map, I mean like that interactive map, it says that only 108. Just a second, let me check it. No, it says that 108. But maybe more. All the work for Kazuha. If he don't come, I will start my villain. That I want to say. He will. Like, but Simon, he will.
There are leaves around, and
If I don't pull Huta, it will be because. By the way, you know, like Muhammad, you know, like Xilonen's idle animation is also so great. You saw that most likely. That yeah, it looks so nice, you know, as smooth. So yeah, they made like Hoyoverse made this character so great, especially like you know, like kinich animation also good. And I'm pretty sure that most players won't go for kinich, not because of damage, but because of that, you know, like his exploration kit, which is crazy actually. I would say it's way better than Mualani's kit and Kachina's kit, at least for now. We'll see what we will get like with Chaska and Xilonen, because Xilonen also looks pretty nice, you know. Chaska can fly, and that fly duration, by the way, like it's more in time than Wanderer has. So yeah, Wanderer is like a little bit specific with like additional bar, but Chaska is going to use Night Soul points. All right.
Clouds high. The birds.
Everybody stand! Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha. Transfix. Teamwork is dreamwork.
As one with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
We will burn down Hoyo together if we'll get you know, like Chichi actually, you know guys, like when you get Chichi actually, it's so yeah, it's like, even though now he can be a little bit maybe playable with chlorine, but it's not a great option anyway. So yeah, maybe in the future, by the way, we will like you know why, maybe we need like, we have couple healers now, like cryo healers. It's like Diona, it's Charlotte, it's Chichi, and that's it if I'm not mistaken. I mean, like especially cryo healers, right? So yeah, you can use like any catalyst with a prototype amber anyway, but it depends on like burst duration. But let's see, what I want to say, maybe in the future we will get like some like chance to use Chichi as a healer. Who knows? And by the way, you know, like in a Dragon's Pain, that event, Chichi is quite useful in like in that area, because she has continuously healing. You can use that sacrificial sword. So yeah, it's like something like that. All right, let me try it.
Share my knowledge.
Propagate! Germinate!
Bow your head.
Actually, yes, you can use it. Because, like, you know what? Let me just go to this.
There is no escape.
Scatter!
The Temple of Wisdom.
I will...
Settle down. The tides beckon.
Actually, it's not a great idea. I'm gonna lie.
Hey! Illusion shatter.
Bow your head.
That's trash idea actually. Yeah. So yeah, it's better not to do that anyway. I'm sorry guys. I just want to test like it's like because
Body
when
and
you
mind.
switch if he had like since he's a catalyst, so yeah. Four side right. Where are you? All the work for Kazuha if you don't. Do you have, by the way, Sina, do you have like sucrose or some, you know why? In some case, yes, I don't wanna like, let's say advertising sucrose, but you know, sucrose is not a bad character at all. Yes, if you want Kazuha, it's like completely different story, go for him. But in terms of like some aspects of the game, since she like gives you like Constellation 6 of course. Anyway, I would suggest if you get Kazuha, I will still suggest you to build Sucrose, because Sucrose like Kazuha gives you 40% elemental damage bonus. Let me go for Kazuha and do with Arlecchino like this thing. Oh, let me go with Sucrose. Sucrose gives you also, like, on top of that buff, 20%, also gives you Elemental Mastery, which might be useful, by the way. You will not lose so much. Dylan and Bennett. I don't think I can get Xilonen Constellation 2. Rohit, if you ask me, I wouldn't suggest you to go for Constellation at all. Yeah, I will explain you why. Let's say if, like, I think, in my opinion, Constellation 0 Xilonen with her signature weapon would be not so far away from Constellation 2 without her signature. And getting Constellation 0 and only weapon will cost you less. So just keep that in mind. I would suggest to do something like this. It's still up to you. I will not go for Constellation, definitely. You know why? I don't need resistance to interruption because I will use some characters. Let's say if I go with Neuvillette, I will be completely okay. Because like I don't use it, like I usually use Neuvillette with Furina and Kazuha, etc. You know, like I can use Dia, but if you notice, if I use Hyperbloom team comp, like I don't need resistance to interruption whatsoever. If you have Neuvillette C1, you already get that. Arlecchino, by the way, Arlecchino with her Constellation 1 also gets resistance to interruption. So yeah, I mean, like Constellation 1 gives you resistance to interruption and some other buffs. Constellation 2, yes, give you like, I would say not a bad buffs, is attack, HP, like Electro gets like energy recharge, Cryo gets crit damage, by the way, and Dew also get damage, Dew gets elemental damage, so yeah. But still, I wouldn't suggest you if you ask me. Because like it's a waste, you know, sooner or later, meta can change anyway and will change whatever you like. It doesn't matter if you have like C6, etc. So they will change the meta. You can do exploration with Ito Boy. 15 round. How many pulls, right? My weapon PD 50 around 2. If so, Rohit, like for me, my weapon is around like 40. Like not 40, I'm sorry. It's about 30-ish, something like that, 37 or something like that. I don't remember exactly. Because of that, maybe I will go for that weapon. Because for Mavuika's weapon is a long way to go. And I usually, if you know guys, I usually use my this one's fates on weapon banners. So at the moment I'm completely okay. Because I can get 9. Also on top of that, I will get Sharp Visit, which is in like, you know, like in 17 days. So it's plus 5. So I will get about like maybe 34, something like that, you know. And because of that, yes, maybe I will go for that weapon. We'll see though. I mean, like, I don't know why I want to go, because both of the weapons are great. that 88, I don't have, unfortunately, I don't have any 88% crit damage weapon. I wanna get one. And Chiori's weapon, even though I don't like Chiori so much, to be honest, not gonna lie, that weapon looks sick. It's great weapon. It looks just so great. If you ask me, if you compare Alhazen weapon and this weapon, I would say this weapon looks way better. Alhazen weapon is a little bit weird, I would say. Bro, 50 wishes? For real? How is that possible, Ali?
I haven't been
You got
out in a
so
while.
much, by the way. You got so much. You spent all of them, for real. I mean, like, anyway, it's up to you guys. You know, like saving wishes and fates and primogems in this game, it's like very important, especially if you are free to play, let's say, or low investment player. It's up to you. I mean, no need to wish for any character or any banner. You know why? Because it's gambling, it's like makes you a little bit not patient, I would say, you know. So yeah, try to save your primogems. I mean, like, if your map is not 100% close, I mean, like, explored, so just do exploration, I don't know, do some tests, because this game is huge, even though without any new content, you know, like, and that, like, you know, like, when we got events like Bomberman events we got, you know, like last event, yes, it's boring, I know that. But still, we have like Imaginarium City, we have like, now we have Spiral Abyss, which is not a, yes, I don't like that mechanical array, not gonna lie. I hope like in a 5.1, like next one, is going to be way better, but we'll see. I mean, that mechanical array is like, it's a pain in the ass, actually. Oh, if count fate, it's 70 round. Alright, let me do that. I like Rohit. Oh, Sign, I'm sorry. Just I want to show you like that sucrose is not a bad option at all.
Absorption test. Swirl. Mark.
I'm going in! Here comes the catch. Busted.
You see? And damage is better than Kazuha gives me, by the way. You know why? Because she gives you elemental mastery, and you, with Arlecchino, you do wave. If you notice that, the numbers are like... Yeah, this one.
Stand clear.
Laid bare.
Animal test 6308.
Let's light it up! Everybody! Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Like, what I wanna say, when you use Arlecchino in Vaping, and Vaping is one of the maybe best team for Arlecchino, you know, second best team, and I would say it's, let me do it again, I would say it's not bad. You know why? Because first one is overloaded team, but you need specific character, unfortunately. But if you don't have Yelan or Shinchu, like, they are completely like great characters, and you can use Sucrose. It's up to you anyway. I mean, I wouldn't like suggest you to like skip Kazuha, because if you want him and you like found all of the mats and artifacts, then yes, go for him. But at the same time, I would suggest you to build your Sucrose. Welkin, that was I don't. Hell, bro, my whole Sumeru is mine only. For real. Actually, if you have like some like exploration tasks, etc., and your map is not explored, so yeah, you have a lot of to do. Because like Sumeru is like great map, by the way, especially that like with the plants. I mean that green side, not a desert one. Desert, I don't like desert so much, even though yes, it has new physics. If you remember back then when they introduced it, like a new physics when you on a sand, you know, looks great back then. But yeah, now we have like natlan, so yeah, it's like way more common, I would say, and Yeah, looks great. Okay.
Overrule.
Oh, Chasm. Chasm was crazy, actually. You know, like, Chasm Underground is one of the best, like, areas I like. I like that area. The only problem with Chasm Underground, it's like, there's a dark, and you need to use that stone. You need to level it up to level 10, and you need to use that stone. But overall, that place is just crazy. I don't know why I like it so much.
Let's light it up.
Stand clear. Enhanced animal mod.
I'm going in. Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Gotcha.
Absorption test.
Oh man, that was a waste, actually.
Everybody stand.
Animal test 6308.
This is where you fall. Overrule. Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
So yeah, like, I mean, like, Sucrose is still, like, valuable, she's not so bad. But it's up to you. Like, I know that some players don't like Sucrose at all. I don't know why. So hate, but it is what it is. I mean, like, you still can use it. She's a great character. Oh, hi. Hi, Simon. Whoa, that's good. That's good. Hi, Dreamers, how are you doing? So yes, I know. I mean, like, yes, Chasm. I freaking hate autocorrect. Chasm? What was that? What about underground class clubs? That's alright. I mean, we still understand what you want to say. So yeah. So dark, yeah. It's not. It you know why it's so dark. By the way, you need to use this gadget. So yeah, without that gadget, yes, it's so bad. It's not even playable. But you need to use this one. You need to use this stone, luminous stone. So yeah, and you need to level it up. And only after that, you need to equip, and it's like way more playable. So yeah, without that stone, it's like, yeah, it's nightmare.
Body and mind.
Like a real nightmare. So yes, I know, like, I was talking about, like, Sucrose. So yeah, if you, like, want to go for Kazuha, yes, it's up to you, go for Kazuha, but Sucrose is still, like, playable. I would suggest to build her. In some cases, Sucrose might be better and way more convenient than Kazuha. You know why? Because you will not lose time to do swirling. You just, like, press that E. She has a couple charge. You know why? Swirling is a problem in some cases, you know, because if you, let's say you have like 5 enemies and they all have some aura, let's say, I don't know, pyro one, and when you do swirl and you missed one of them, it means that swirl doesn't apply to the last one, the one you missed, which is a problem. That's why Kachina Xilonen with that buff, with Elemental Mastery, is going to be so crazy, because they just give you a buff and that's it. Oh, by the way, let me try with Kachina. Kachina is good. Yeah, the same team, but with Kachina. I did that a couple times anyway, but I want to get used to, like, this buff. You know why? Unfortunately, in Spiral Abyss, you cannot check the buff you got, which is a problem. Yeah, you need to play, like, in, like, overworld bosses. My future Primogems. My Chenuvel. Oh, for real, that's crazy. Actually, you know, Chenuvel, it's like such a great area, if you ask me. I like this area a lot. So yeah, this one. For real. Even though it looks so small, it still has a lot. So many, like, chests. And by the way, you can, like, level up this one as well. So yeah. And after you do, you can get like additional fates also. So yeah, it's about like, I don't know, it's like premium fates and standard fates. Use her on Pyro DPS and Bennett. Easy to swirl then. Pyro DPS and Bennett. Yes, actually yes, Rohit is right. I mean, like, yeah, Sucrose is crazy, especially.
Why don't we take a look at my collection together?
Let's say if you
something catches your eye, feel free to take it.
Like, it's easy, especially with Arlecchino, because Arlecchino, by using her skill, applies Pyro, and you can swirl it immediately. No need to use Bennett. Sometimes I use Bennett. You know why? Because that Pyro Arlecchino applies with that skill is not consistent, and it disappears pretty immediately, like quick.
Busted. Teamwork is drift. Game's up. Fun's over.
Let's say it's not bad.
Quietly now.
Unfortunately, yeah, this like only Nahida.
Everybody stand! Let her rip!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey. My turn.
So yeah, its damage is also pretty good. I mean, like, you even can use Kachina. And by the way, just imagine if we will get like Xilonen. Just a second, guys. Give me a second. I'll be back. So sorry guys. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, like Kachina is also like Kazuha is also let's say replaceable, and Sucrose. The only problem with Kazuha, like the time, the duration of that buff. So yeah, the only problem, because Kachina and Xilonen will give you more, and it depends not on their skills, by the way. It depends on the artifact set passive. So it's always 15 seconds no matter what. It's always like that. I mean that buff, you know? But Xilonen on top of that will get some debuff function. And if you go for a weapon, it's also like her signature, of course. It's about like 36% additional team-wide elemental damage bonus buff, which is crazy, just insane. So yes, you know why it's great? Let's say in this case with that weapon, I assume that you can use Xilonen as a DPS character. Why? You can go like for Obsidian Codex, you will get 50% from 2-piece, 40% crit rate, 36% from that weapon. And if you play in a mono geo teams, right? Instead of getting like healing and debuff, she can buff herself. I mean, like Xilonen. So yeah. Just a second, right? She can debuff. Yeah. So yeah, she can be DPS as well with that weapon, because like 36% is crazy. Premium Fates Vortex. What? Nice, right? Premium Fates. Oh yes, Premium Fates. I only activated God statue and some teleport waypoints. Or if you mean like Xianyun Whale. She's good at C6. I got her C6 on 2 pulls on Kazuha. Which one? I'm sorry, I cannot like read your name correctly. Keiju. Let's say Keiju. Don't get nice. So yeah, she is good at C6. If you got like 4-star characters in 2 pulls, like maybe in 2 multis. Oh, you mean Kazuha banner? Let me check it. Oh, you mean like Kachina? Kachina is good. Yes, yes, I know. Like, if you mean Kachina, Kachina is great character. If you got like C6 Kachina in like 2 multis, that is crazy. Is it possible? I mean, it's impossible. Come on, like it's impossible. You get like so many. Maybe, who knows? Like it's game. You can't get that. Kachina is great. You know, like the only thing, like if you ask me, you don't need constellations for Kachina, and you know why? Because if you want to use that set, for me Kachina is 61, right? With a full set and level 20s already. So yeah, like if you want to use, if you want to benefit from that set, you don't need constellation at all. But constellations, yes, give her a little bit more damage, so she becomes DPS character. So it's up to you, why not? I mean, I don't think I will use constellation, even though if I get couple, she still will be like supportive characters for me. I mean, Kachina. But congrats with that. If you got like C6 in like 2 multis, that's crazy. There's much any well of Legends 44 for real, guys. I mean, like, yeah, for me, like the only place it's like new one, Natlan, which is not finished yet. Other than that, yeah, I just finished all of them. Let me go to Spy Lobbies a couple times. I don't know which team to go with Spy Lobbies, to be honest. Want to test something, but yeah. Chevrouz, like in couple days, I hope I can get at least 1 copy, because I will be... Chevrouz is, by the way, if I can get her, is going to be my 3rd level 90 4-star. At the moment I have Cookie, which was my first one. Then I made level 90 Sucrose. And yes, Chevrouz, because she's scale on HP. And by the way, she can be useful anyway, even at Constellation 0. No, Dragon's Pain 7-2, like, Xianyun, for real, guys, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, seriously. 100 region on other level. Yes, actually, yes, you're right. I mean, like, you know, like, mine is 90 Dragon's Pain. And slay as a queen Geo. Oh yes, enjoy, like kind of like that, maybe like a kind of like that. But yes, by the way, if you go for that weapon, it's not a bad idea. You know why? Because, like, let's say if you calculate, do some calculation, do some math, C0R1 is, like, I would say, way more free to play, better option than Constellation 2, than going for Constellation 2, because that weapon is crazy. 36% elemental damage bonus team-wide, and with ability to like stackable ability, because back then it was unstackable. If you know, like, if you remember, first beta was like 25 and that's unstackable. It means that damage bonus cannot be stacked. And I was about, like, worry about a little bit, you know why? Because that 4 set, supportive set, gives you also elemental mastery, so yeah. And now it's not like that, so yeah. It's 76% elemental damage bonus with no cost and no effort whatsoever. It's just like, you know, like, when you just, as you know, like, when you, like, a Night Soul Blessing state gives you 28%. If you are in Night Soul Blessing state, and do some elemental reaction, you get 40% elemental damage bonus. So Xilonen is like a natlan character with the Night Soul mechanic abilities. So you will definitely get that. So it's so easy. I don't know why they made so easy characters to use. Maybe because, yes, Kazuha is a little bit complicated, not gonna lie. Let me go with Kazuha and do some, like... Because, like, if you notice that, yes, if you compare with Kachina Kazuha, like this team, I'm sorry, like this team, and Yelan, since I do vaping, just a second, this team looks way better. Like, not way better, I'm sorry. It's this team looks better and easy to use. You can go like with Kazuha, it's not a bad team. Yes, third one is Kachina, but Kachina cannot do swill. Kachina cannot give you like some elemental mastery, and like she only gives you a 40% elemental damage bonus. But still, even though it's the third one, I mean in terms of damage, she is still valuable. So yeah, that's crazy. I mean, how great that is. And I will check that with, oh, by the way, I want to check in Overload team as well. You know why? Like, as you know, guys, for Overload team is going to be like this for... I will try to, like, maybe... Let's go like this team. I want to check that. Like Kazuha, but Kachina instead of Bennett. You know why? Let's say 40% elemental damage bonus can give it more than like... I don't think so, because I'll lose like 25% attack bonus and also like some buff from Bennett. Just let's check it. Bro, enjoy, relax. Does 36 damage go high with Goro? Yes, but Constellation 0 no, unfortunately. You still can use Constellation 0. You know why? Just a second. I also have Constellation. But yes, you know why? Because Goro... Anyway, Goro will give you some defense buff. Let me check it real quick. I have Goro. I don't use him so much. Because like one Geo at standing... yes. You know, like you see, one Geo character gives you defense bonus. So yes, with Goro, when you use his skill, you can get more damage from Kachina. With his burst... Displaying, just a second. Then one crystal. AoE, pulse, element. It's about crystal's reaction, duration, crystal collapse. Yeah, it's his personal damage, but yes, you can use. After using all nearby party member defense increase. Yes, it's like, yes, by the way, his burst also by this passive. So yeah, definitely. Even at Constellation 0, you can use Goro. For me, he's Constellation 2. But yeah, even at Constellation 0, you can increase your Kachina's damage.
It was on a deserted, moonlit night that they...
I think in that manner, Chiori weapon is best. You know, like Dreamers, it depends. You know why? Because let's say Xilonen wouldn't agree. I wanna say it like this. Xilonen wouldn't agree, definitely. She will be mad on you and say, no need to say that, the Dreamers. Alright, let me go this team. Just like for test pop, like without Bennett, I will go like Kazuha and like, yes, after that I will test like Sucrose. I just want to check if Bennett... So yeah, just... Jormek. What's going on, manager? Oh my god. He's just
Wherever
kidding.
in this world I roam.
Enjoy this, enjoy. So yeah, okay.
Blaze bear. Here goes! Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Actually not a bad bonus. Since I get some shield, actually it's not a bad bonus at all, if you ask me. You know? The time is good and I got buffs. The only problem is to like get there. Oh my, okay. Alright.
Transfix.
Come on, just...
Game's up. Fun's over.
And by the way, why? Let me try. Yeah. The only problem with that Kachina, when you hold that skill just a little bit longer, like a fraction of seconds, she just starting to write that geo construction, which is so annoying. I mean, yes, you can use her burst, but it will you cost some time, you know. That's why I don't use that burst. But yes, you need to do that properly. Oh, bye bye, Ali, bye bye. You're making. It's not like that, but so yeah.
Overruled.
Let her rip!
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Actually, it's not a bad damage at all. And since you get some shells,
Transfix.
Quietly now.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my.
Here comes the catch.
it's not that. Maybe I do something wrong with my Kazuha, but still, it's. Let me try again. By the way, guys, if you want me to test some teams, yes, of course, I don't have all of the characters, but the characters I have, just tell me in the chat. I mean, yes, because playing the same team, I just want to show you how Kachina is good, and I would suggest you to build Kachina. Yeah, definitely, she's not a bad character at all.
Overruled.
Japan!
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
As one with wind and cloud.
It's better to not use it. It's better to not use that at the beginning or something, so yeah.
Late bear. Wind strike.
Quietly now. Game's up. Busted.
Overruled. Witness my rise. Laid bare.
Things are about to get dicey.
Clear the area!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Okay. What should we use Rosaria C2 with Rosa? You know you can, you know why? Because Rosa gives you some crit rate, but if you use Melt Team, I don't think there's a place for any other cryo, unfortunately. So yeah, it's better to use Bennett, maybe Xianyun, you know,
Body and mind.
some buff character, you know. So yeah, you can use, by the way, Kachina. You can use Kachina, you can use Rizli, you can use Xianyun, and you can use Bennett. Bennett, by the way, with instructor set is not a bad idea, because it will increase your Rizli elemental mastery, which increase your damage, melt damage. Or you can go Kazuha instead of Kachina. About using yes, you can, but I don't think that you will get more if you low on your crit rate, or if you need that elemental resonance, then yes, maybe. But I think it's yeah, it's better to use something like Kachina or maybe Kazuha, something like that. Let me check that. Just a second. So yeah, it's an extra. Increases crit rate against opponents that frozen or affected by crowd by 15%. Yes, it's increase your 15% crit rate. Also Constellation 2, let me check it. Yeah, it says Constellation 2, not 6. For me, she is 6. When Rosaria deals a crit hit, attack speed is increased for that, and her normal attacks, it's for her. Oh, it's 4 seconds because of that. I mean, you know, like, no. And you know why? Because this one, I mean, this one is her burst. It's mostly for other characters. Since Grizzly is a catalyst.
Body and mind.
Yeah. He
Time to
gets
act.
infusion. I would say yes.
Body and mind.
You can do that, but I wouldn't say it's best option. I have too many support options. I mean, you mean characters? If you... Oh, hi Kakarot, how are you doing? If you mean like support characters, then yes. I mean, like, if you ask me, I would suggest you to like build some characters. You know why? Because let's say some of the characters are super valuable, 4-star especially, even without constellations. Not all of them, but let's say most of them. And you will get constellation anyway, yes. Even though we got like, as you know, like we get more and more characters, 4 or 5 stars, and it's a little bit difficult to get randomly specific character. You need to be super lucky. So in this case, I would suggest you to build some of them. Like, let's say, like first ones which like must build is like Bennett, Xianling, and Xinchu. They will be valuable anyway. They're great characters. You can build Sucro, like Fischl. You can build Sucrose, Cookie Shinobu. They're great characters. Rosa. I also, like, if you notice that, I have like some of them. I use Barbara a lot. That's why she's like level 82. And back then used her a lot. Now, yes, she's a little bit benched, to be honest. Not gonna lie. But yes, if you have supportive characters, especially 4 stars, yeah, better to build them. Because, like, let's say, like, with let's say, if you need some, like, additional, not a damage, but some supportive. By the way, Xinchu is great because, like, especially with, for himself, because he has like a hydro res shed. Just keep that in mind. For 15%, like 50%, which is crazy. Not a bad option, by the way. So yeah, we have a lot of characters. So let me try this team. Let me go like Raiden. Let me go like Arlecchino. Let me go Fischl and Bennett. Just want to try. Yes, I don't have Chevreuse, but this one increase only elemental damage burst. I don't need healing so much. Maybe Cookie now. Beidou is like, yeah, Beidou is not so great against single target, unfortunately. So yeah, let me try this one. If you're new to Genshin, by the way, yes, there's some characters which like must build for you, but it's up to you. I mean, like, if you like okay with like, because you know why, you will spend some extra mats. If you have like some 5-star which you need to build, I would suggest to focus on a 5-star first, but some of the 4 stars definitely need to be built in Genshin Impact. Like, yeah, and you know, even though we will get Mavuika, Xianling, it still will be valuable. Bennett, it also will be valuable, because, like, let's say, Constellation 6 Bennett, on top of that buff, healing can give you 50% pyro damage bonus, which is not bad at all. Yeah, I haven't activated that yet, but maybe I will do. Especially it's good for Arlecchino, Hutao, Lini. So yeah, like, for some of the characters, not all of them. Yes, you will get infusion, but it's also helpful in some cases. Kakarot, you have Ganyu. I've never seen you use... Oh yes, Ganyu. Kakarot, yes, I have Ganyu. Unfortunately, you know why I don't use Ganyu? I don't like charge attackers. Like, the Ganyu back then, let's say it like this. In Overworld, charge attackers are great. But in a Spiral Abyss, it's a nightmare. It's just like so, they are so, like, it's like, yeah, it's a huge problem using them. So yeah, that's why I don't use Tignari so much. So yeah, let's say I had a bad experience, especially in Spiral Abyss. Yeah, it was so annoying and frustrating, you know, like when she needs to, like, when you need to, like, wait to charge that attack. So yeah, that's why I use her as a supportive character, by the way, with the emblem now. Let's say I like use Neuvillette for freeze team. It's not a bad option. You know why? Because her burst lasts for 15 seconds and cooldown is 18 seconds. And she has 60 energy like cost. Her burst costs 60 energy. And by using her skill, you get enough energy. So yeah, I will show you my build. I use her with emblem, with like 230 about like ish energy recharge. Pretty fun, like not a bad supportive character, by the way. But she is DPS. What should you try Ganyu in? No, I don't want to do that, Dreamers. Why? I mean, like Ganyu with DPS, unfortunately, it's like, I can with, let's try if I can use freeze one, or maybe something. Let me try this one.
There is no escape.
Oh my gosh, I messed up, so yeah. Does Alhaitham work in spread? Yes, of course, Alhaitham is made for spread. But his quick bloom team is better. But yes, I can do some tests, by the way. So yeah, without Hydro, yes, he made for like Dendro made for that. I will try Ganyu, but she's not great actually. You know, like yeah, she's like vaping. Yes, maybe, but yeah, it's like okay. Let's say, like yes, like his quick bloom team is better when you use Shinchu or Yelan, but yeah, he made for for spread. Not a bad option, but I would say Shinchu gives you some resistance to interruption, Yelan can give you some buff. So yeah, with Yelan you can get more damage, but you need to be more, let's say, swift. And you need to do like some like dodging.
Shine down. Let's light it up. Overruled.
Okay, I messed up again. So yeah, when you change the characters, you need to get used to that rotation properly.
Transfix. Teamwork is strict.
Fortunately, it's not bad. Alright, let me try Ganyu. Let me check my build first. I mean, I don't remember like how I shed the moment. Oh yeah, I use this recharge weapon. I use like... Oh yeah, you know why? Because I just use a lot of energy recharge. But let me try with... Like, I don't think it's going to be so great with Neuvillette. Like kind of freeze, but you cannot freeze this mechanical array, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, maybe for a second half, it's possible, you know, like against this one. Let's try this one. I have to see one bandit. By the way, constellation one bandit is more than enough. You know why? Because like you only need one constellation for bandit to be useful. I mean, like that's it. Yes, if you get more, it's way more better. It's like better, but constellation one is more than enough. Oh, I thought he only works in... No, it's not only that. I will do that. Just let me try, like, Ayato is better than Alhaitham in Hyperbloom. Ayato is better than Alhaitham. It's not Hyperbloom, Dreamers. Like, Alhaitham not a Hyperbloom, it's a Quick Bloom. It's a little bit different, you know why? Because, like, when you use Alhaitham, in a Quick Bloom, you mostly get, like, spread and dendro damage instead of Hyperbloom damage. So yeah, it's not a quick bloom damage. If you notice that, like that hydro needs like for... So yeah, it's like this. It's not a hyper bloom. It's quick bloom. It's a little bit different. Alrighty, let me check that. He's universal Dendro DPS Mirak. Okay, you can use him in any teams. Oh, you mean like Alhaitham? Alhaitham is a great character. Yeah, he's just like, you know, like, let's say at the moment, because of that new supportive set, when he gets that new 40% elemental damage bonus, by the way, he's going to be just insane and crazy. You know why? Because getting... Oh, I will explain you why. When you use Kachin at the moment and when you will use Xilonen, it's a little bit difficult to see and realize if you get that 40% elemental damage bonus. But with Dendro, it's way easy. You know why? As soon as you create Dendro cores, it means you get 40% elemental damage bonus. That's why I think with Alhaitham, if you get like Cryo or Electro characters, something like that, mostly Cryo of course, if you get at least like, if you created at least one core, it means like you already got that 40% elemental damage bonus. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be like this, because now at the moment, if you notice that, you check if I got that bonus or not. It's a little bit difficult, especially in Spiral Abyss, but with Alhaitham, with supportive set, it would be way easy. So you saw the core, you see the core, it means 40% elemental damage bonus is on that Alhaitham. So yeah, we'll see though. I mean, like, it's my assumption. I still don't know, because like Mirak yesterday or like couple streams ago checked that if you use supportive set on mualani, she can gives 40% elemental damage bonus Dendro on Dendro characters. In this case, we just need like some Hydro Electro characters or like Pyro characters, etc. because Virgin, to get that 4% elemental damage bonus, and that's crazy. Yes, Alhaitham and Virgin is not a great idea. My 5-star, I have 2 DPS, Yelan, Mualani, and Immortal Dia. Yes, Immortal, exactly. And I don't have
What was that?
For Tignari. Oh. For Tignari, Tignari is mostly spread, by the way. He cannot be used in a quick bloom. He's spread, like, because let's say it's kinda like double Geo, double Electro, or like triple Geo, triple like Dendro, something like that. Yes, you can use him with spread, maybe, but it's not a great idea. Yeah, it's mostly I'm sorry, in Virgin, maybe in Virgin, but it's not a great idea. But yeah, mostly he's spread. Mostly he's spread, but he's charge attacker. Actually, you know, like, even though he's a great DPS character, since I have Alhaitham, since I have like Nahida, I don't use him so much. Even though Tignari is a great DPS, like, not a bad DPS character at all. Now I use Alhaitham with Yao Yao. After Nahida, he became better. Yes. Yes, of course. By the way, Yao Yao Constellation 1 gives you additional 50% Dendro damage bonus. You can build a Hyper Bloom team with Yelan and Vape team with Mualani. And you will get... Mirak, not a bad idea. They might add an field pyro support for kinich. Actually, yes. If they add something like that, Mirak, by the way, that kinich will get crazy amount of damage. Unfortunately, it's not going to be useful for Alhaitham, but it definitely will be useful for kinich. And kinich, by the way, will get additional 4% elemental damage bonus, which is crazy. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't suggest you to go for kinich at the moment, because, like, yes, you can, but you need to wait a little bit to, like, reveal, unleash his, like, full power, you know. Oh, hi, I say it's Harden. Hi. What does Xilonen even do? Oh, I say so. Xilonen, since Xilonen, it's like a Geo character, and she is from Natlan with that Night Soul mechanic. She can use that supportive set. I mean, Natlan supportive set, which can give you 40% elemental damage bonus. On top of that, if you use the team like double Cryo, double Pyro, double Electro, double Cryo, or maybe like some variation of that, at least 2 different elements, like of like it's called FEC, like pyro, hydro, electro, and cryo by the capital like letters. So yeah, you can get the buff from that Xilonen by 36% debuff, which is crazy. So yeah, so she is great supportive character. That's it. She's, let's say if you use Kachina, just imagine that Kachina gives you 40% elemental damage bonus, but on top of that you will get 36% like elemental res shred. Yes, elemental res shred works a little bit differently. It's not like you get all 36%, by the way. Just keep that in mind, guys. You will get less than that. Just keep that in mind. You know why? Because as soon as you reach 0, that res shred halved by 2. So yeah, let's say with Xilonen, 36 means if the enemy has 10%, some resistance of 10%, you clear those 10%, and there's 26% left. That 26% is only like divided by 2. So it's only certain percent. Just keep that in mind. It works something like that. It's not full of that. That's why Zhongli has only 20, because in most of the cases 20 is more than enough. But it's still resistance, you know? Maybe that's why they gave her that weapon with 36%. Because she might be a little bit not so great as you think. Just keep that in mind, because most of the enemies, like not all of them, but most of them has 10% resistance for all elemental damage bonus, for all elemental damage. Some of them has more than that, you know, like 50-ish, something like that. It depends on an enemy. So that's why that res shred works a little bit differently. Bonus, like just give you a bonus, that's it. But res shred is different.
I just need a moment to quickly take down
and
some
by
notes.
the way, some of the characters also have res shred. So yeah, just like keep them. Maybe because of that, they just like buffed that weapon. And now that weapon gives you like up to 36% elemental damage bonus team-wide, which is crazy. Good. In Natlan, that character will be broken cause weak. Can you support on them? Yes, maybe Kakarot, maybe. You know why? But did you saw they drip marketed Camellia in WoW? Oh yeah, actually, you know, I builded that Shangli Yao recently. I like him, but I don't like watch WoW's news so much, to be honest. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm super casual in that game. I only spend that resins, and that's it. Resins, I mean, like, yeah, and that's it. I don't play it like you know, like hearts. Let's say Genshin Impact is my main game. So yeah, I don't even know how to, like in WoW, how to properly switch the characters. I know that like if you use like in some proper like if you do proper rotation like between the characters, you get more damage. But I still don't know some of them. So yeah, it's like, but I haven't seen that. She is basically a Geo Kazuha with some different. Actually, yes, Mirak. Like Mirak is right. I say it. So it's kinda, if you say that, if you like in short, yes, she is kinda a Geo Kazuha, but overall, yes, kinda like this. Not a bad character, by the way. Yeah, I did some tests. So 40 res shred is actually better than 40 damage bonus. You know, Mirak, no, and I will explain you why. Like res shred is one way. Actually, oh yeah, you can teach me Kakarot. I will. Yeah, I don't want to do like so deep in like in WoW. Yeah, to be honest, about that, Mirak, it's not working like that. You know why? I will explain. Because like bonus damage will give you damage, but shreds will decrease the shred. Right? Some characters already have resistance. And you need to, like, let's say, like somehow clear that resistance and apply something, right? So the problem is with shred, with with that resistance shred. If you, like, let's say your enemy has like 10% pyro, right? Resistance. You use Xilonen, which gives you up to 36%, right? You clear 10%, and then you think that you apply 26, but it's not like this. You apply only 13%. Just keep that in mind. So that's why damage bonus, it's a little bit better, but it's also depends. It depends on an enemy, because if enemy has like not 10% but 40%, then it means you clear all of them 36%. So yeah, it's like the formula, like resistance shred has 3 different formulas. It depends on how much rest shred you can apply. Also, some of the characters, let's say like Shinchu, like by the way, Shanling's Goba also apply pyro rest shred, you know. Let's say Chonyun, Lisa gives you defensive shred. Yeula, by the way, with her skill. Jin with Constellation 4, Venti with Constellation 2, if I'm not mistaken, and 4 or 6, something like that. So yeah, we have some characters who can like apply rest shred already. But since she gives you more like additional elemental damage bonus, that's like great, because like she is like 2 in 1, you know. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's rest shred, like if I'm not mistaken, it's not like this. It's not better than damage bonus, but it's good to have like that rest shred. I'd like 6 popularity to get. Before that, I think we get like Kakarot. I'm just kidding. Play the game. Oh yeah, that's alright, Kakarot. That's okay. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that.
What was that?
Okay, let me just try what was that. Oh yeah, that's Ganyu. And then I'm going to do like spread team with Alhaitham. Yes, just a second.
Settle down.
Buckle up. Swirl, mark tip, no touching. This is long overdue.
Let the mighty be humbled.
I messed up with rotation, definitely.
Bow your head.
Born of ice and frost. Stand clear. For Rex Lapis. Access denied.
Settle down.
Let's say yes, it's better to use maybe Ganyu as a DPS. If you ask me, you know which team is good for her, like Wave team, male team, I'm sorry, male team is good for her, is like with Zhongli, with Shanling, Bennett, and Ganyu, and you like get like Shanling's Pyronado and do some damage. But still, Ganyu is super old. Ganyu for me, Ganyu was my, if I'm not mistaken, Ganyu, yes, was my 3rd characters, like 2nd premium after Albedo, and 3rd overall, and I was just like, you know, like crazy about that, because I lost my 50-50 to Chichi, by the way. I lost my 50-50 to Chichi, and it was so frustrating. Then I don't know, oh yeah, I can say what I did, by the way. I just like, I remember that I went right here. If you're interested, if you're interested in that, I went right here. I switched to my, back then I had like official. So yeah, I just yeah, I can write this statue. I switch to official. I just write set like right there, and that's it. And wish did like 1 more multi and got Ganyu. That was crazy. It's like, yeah. So yeah, it's back then she was great in open world, but now it's like, you know, like let's say I use Chonyun more, and Rosa, by the way, especially I use Rosa more than Ganyu. And you know why? Because Rosa like great supportive characters. Ganyu unfortunately is DPS. That's why I switch her to his DPS, only to apply that cryo. Unfortunately she's not great. Oh, by the way, I can check this team. Like, if you want me to, let's check Mel team with Ganyu, but it's not great. You know why? Because she apply cryo not so like her cryo application is not so great. But let me check it. Like instead of like wave, it like freeze is not great for. So yeah, something like this. Arlecchino. Sucrose, and maybe Bennett. So yeah. Now I'm trying to pull for Changliao weapon. Oh, for weapon. Oh yeah. A weapon. I just skipped that weapon, Mirak. I don't actually have a lot of knowledge about element. My first 2 DPS for Xiao and Wanderer. So, oh, just alright, Mirak. Come on, it's just a game. Like no need to. Like I just. Yeah, no, that's alright. That's completely okay. No need to be sorry. Hey, come on. It's just a game. No, I just like want to, like, you know, like when you have additional information, it's not a bad for you. Like, let's say if you inform, then it's good, and it's better to like know something in advance before getting for a character. That's why I just want to explain that when you get that resistance rate, it's like, yes, on a paper it looks just insane, like, oh, 36%, that's crazy, but it's not going to work like this. It will give you a little bit less than you expect. So in this case, that's why maybe they just buff that weapon. You know, 36% additional elemental damage bonus, it's crazy. In this case, you just can maybe in some cases, you just completely like ignore or maybe avoid that 36%, you know? But still, it's like helpful, as you know, like when you use, and why it's useful, because it has AoE. I mean, like she creates a field around you. It's about like 10 meters, something like that, as I heard. It's about like Dia's skill or Ganyu's burst, exact the same circle, and it goes around you, which means you can use like range characters as well, like Neuvillette, like let's say Xilonen, you know. But that's completely okay. That's such a warm behavior. Chichi? What? Alright, let me try this one. I don't think it will work actually. Ganyu melt with that one, but let's check.
Overruled. This is long overdue. Enhanced animal module 75. And everybody stand!
If I can get some more. Okay, actually yes, 170 if you notice that. So yeah, it's possible. You can try it. It was 170 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you still can use it, but it's not consistent, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's not consistent. I mean, like in terms of like melt, wave is way more consistent.
Transfix.
For Rex Lapis. Animal hypostasis. Going in!
Yeah, you can miss. So yeah, did this a couple times. I heard that maybe Colombina playable in... Actually, yes, Dreamers. If you ask me, I think she is going to be playable, and you know why? We should get at least one Fatui in at least I hope for at least one Fatui in Natlan. Yeah, there's so many speculation about that, because as you know guys, like the updates, I mean regions, is going to be like this. We're in Natlan, then it's going to be Snezhnaya, after that Kainra, and after that we will get, after Kainra we will get Teyvat stories. You know, like it has some chapters, by the way. So yeah, it's like if you ask about the content, we still have content about for maybe 5 or 4 updates until version maybe 9 or 10, something like that. So it will be alright. So yeah, for 4 or 5 years we will be okay. And especially Kainra, because you know why? Because maybe we will get that, how his name is, like Densleif. Yeah, exactly, we can get Densleif. We will get Capitano, by the way. And if you saw my video, by the way, he's not a bad person at all. I mean, like, he's pretty, I think, or like, yeah, as you know, like Mavuika like sacrifice her powers, and Capitano gets some info about that, but still, they haven't used that that weakness of Mavuika to attack her and get that Gnosis. So yeah, that's crazy actually, and it was in a second act if I'm not mistaken. Who do you think will be more likely playable? Capitano, Colombina, in this patch, Colombina first, definitely, because you know why? Capitano is going to be so crazy. If you notice, Arlecchino already not a bad character. Yes, she has some problems. I mean, like, she is fragile, she has that trashy bond of life mechanic, but despite that, that bond of life mechanic gives her so much power. So yeah, I think like that's why. And also, as I heard, Colombina is also going to be DPS. So it's like this. All of the, maybe Dattore can be some like supportive character, that's it. So yeah, but Colombina and Capitano most likely is going to be DPS character. Would be great, you know why? Because we don't have, let's say, yes, Risley is not a bad option, but we don't have so powerful cryo character. Yes, cryo characters like that reaction overall is not so great, because yeah, it has, let's say, yes, elemental resonance is good, gives you additional like 15 crit rate. That Blizzard set, by the way, may be one of the best set, because back then, like, if you know guys, back then, that with that set, without any, you already, like, with that set and second cryo in a team, you already get like about 65 crit rate plus 5% from the character, so 70 crit rate. So yeah, let's say back then that set was broken as hell, for especially for cryo characters. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, it's 20, 20, 50, yeah, it's like 20, 20, it's a 40, no, 55 and 60, it's 60, I'm sorry, my bad. So it's 60 crit rate with nothing, just 4-piece Blizzard and second cryo, and that's it. Like 60 crit rate, that's crazy. So yeah, maybe because of that, they decided to somehow, like, you know, nerf cryo element overall. And also, we should get Citlali, by the way. She is going to be cryo, definitely, right? Yes, she is going to be cryo. Based on her followers, angels in Natlan, she might be able to use different elements. Oh, you mean like, Mirak, you mean like Chaska? Cryo as well. Cryo, the 1.0 behavior is talking about that you went to the statue in Mondstadt and pulled Ganyu. For real? I didn't... They might nerf her before release. You mean like Colombina? I don't think so. You know why? Because she is like so anticipated character at the moment. You know, she's the next Fatui we should get, but so I don't think they will nerf Colombina, because I don't know, I don't think so, if you ask me. They can nerf some other characters, and you know why? Because of Wuthering Waves, they will not do some, like, if you remember what they did with Arlecchino, what they did with Mualani, by the way, they did a lot of nerfs. So at the moment, I think they will initially, like even in beta, give something playable. That's why they don't touch Xilonen at all, in my opinion. You know, if you notice, like it's a force beta, if I'm not mistaken. Inaban says that it's a force beta, and she haven't got so many changes so far. That's crazy, actually. Yes, couple like slight changes, a little bit nerf, like let's say no nerf whatsoever, by the way. They buffed her weapon, they buffed her constellation too, and they buffed her passive. So yeah, like all of the buffs so far, and no so significant changes so far. Kalmino, I was talking about Xilonen. Oh, Xilonen. No, I don't think so. Kakarot, I don't think they will nerf Xilonen. You know why? Because if they do, she is not going to be playable at all. You know why? She is going to be Kachina 1.2, and that's it. Because at the moment, as I mentioned before, that debuff function works a little bit differently. It's not working like you get full 36%. You will get a little bit less. It means that it depends on an enemy. On some enemies it will work better, on some enemies not. So you definitely will need to go for that weapon to get some additional damage. But if you are free to play, of course you'll try to avoid that. Who needs that weapon, you know? And because of that, I don't think they will nerf her at all. Because at the moment she slightly a little bit better. Like, let's say overall, I think Kazuha will give you more value. But the problem with Kazuha, it's only 10 and 8 seconds. Xilonen can give you like 15 seconds, you know? And because of that, you will get overall more DPS than Kazuha. So yeah, I don't think they will nerf her. Actually, yes, initially I thought the same, not gonna lie. But now I think that the more I read about like her kit and mechanics, I don't think they will do that. Because that debuff is not, let's say, it's good, but it's not like buff. Because 40% elemental buff, yeah, you get all of the 40%. But the buff works a little bit differently. Oh, hi Samir, how are you doing? I hope they buff. Enjoy hopes the same, and I do as well. I don't believe about the Tori being playable. For real? Why is that? Actually, the Tori looks so sick, you know, like he's so calm. He is kinda Baiju, like let's say Fatui Baiju, if you ask me. He looks like Baiju a little bit, you know? Alright, let me try.
Laid bare.
Blaze over. Absorption test. Swirl. Mark 2. Everybody stand!
It's 150, you see, like you can 160, you can get some melt, but it's not consistent. Okay, like it's like that, you can get like some, no, but it's not consistent, unfortunately. But she's not a bad character at all. About spread, by the way, let me do a couple of domains and I will show you like Alhaitham spread, but not Quick Bloom. Still, Quick Bloom, it's like his best team. She became better DPS than Arlecchino because she is third one. Oh, maybe. Dreamers, maybe. You mean Colombina? Maybe. But it's still like, you know, like usually, yes, it's going to be like this. The less number, like the higher number, let's say, the higher seed, then yeah, more damage, like more powerful, like character.
In the name of the Prinzessin.
Oh yeah, I will keep that. I can go like, no, let's go like this. I don't believe about the Tori. They won't completely nerf her, and even if they nerf her, I'm pretty sure so many will pull for, because... Oh, you mean like Xilonen? Yes, I definitely agree with you, because she looks just insane, not gonna lie. And maybe most players will go only because of that outfit, that's, you know, like that's... She's skiing, I mean, like using that rollers. That's crazy, actually, yeah. Not gonna lie. And also, yeah. I was a buff. What do you think about Raiden nowadays? About Raiden, Samir, I would say she's not a bad character. Because, let's say, I mostly use her in Hyperbloom team comps. She is good for range characters especially. Not for melees. For melees, I would suggest Kuki Shinobu, but for characters like Neuvillette, she is crazy. For characters like, let's say, Sucrose, who like can do range attacks and has that skill with AoE, just insane, especially in Hyper Blooming. Like, you cannot, of course, swirl Dendro, but you can grope those Dendro cores, which is good. DPS is also not bad, I would say, but a little bit complicated if you ask me. In nowadays, using Raiden as a DPS, especially when you have like couple waves environment in Spiral Abyss, it's a little bit difficult. Yes, against single target boss, yes, against single target she is great, not gonna lie. Even with Constellation 0, without any Constellation, she is good. The problem is she rely on that burst, I mean energy cost. So if you go with the characters without energy cost whatsoever, the damage output will be low. So yeah, you need the characters with a high energy cost, like let's say Kujoi Sara with 80, not a bad. Yeah, Yaemiko with 90, not a bad. So yeah, you need like that's why we use Shinchu with 80 energy cost. So yeah, it's like this. That's why I mostly use her in not in as a DPS, but mostly in Hyper Bloom. But she's very versatile. I mean, because of that Hyper Bloom reaction, she's crazy. Yes, going for her nowadays only because of Hyper Bloom. If you have Cookie Shinobu, I would say it's a waste. You know why? Because Cookie can do even in range. It can be useful even in range attack with Neuvillette. I can like let me try this team. Then I will try Neuvillette with Cookie Shinobu, and I will show you. Like let's say team is going to be like Nahida, Cookie Shinobu, Raiden. Oh, I'm sorry, Raiden, Neuvillette, and maybe some another character. She's a great character, Sander. Raiden nowadays, if you have her on C2, her weapon doesn't match. Most of the archons are safe pull. Actually, if you like her, Samir, yes, why not? If you like the character, like why not? You can go for Constellation 1. I wouldn't suggest to go for Constellation at all, especially now. You know why? Let's say if you compare Mualani's damage at Constellation 0 and Raiden's damage at Constellation 0, yes, it's a difference like night and day. Mualani give you way more damage, you know. And by the way, it's without great supportive characters for her, because you use Shanling, you use maybe something like, so yeah. When we will get Xilonen, by the way, you can use her with Furina and you will get more damage. So yeah, and yes, Mualani is a little bit like locked behind that forward wave, you know, mostly. Raiden is way more flexible, like DPS, Hyper Bloom is crazy. But still, I mean, like, no Constellation, I wouldn't suggest you. About C0, if you like her, like, go for her. And what I wanna say, if you get Raiden, you will use her anyway, because, like, you will get in situation when you need some Hyper Blooming, you know? Cookie Shinobu is great, but Cookie Shinobu is, you know, like, let's say, in some cases, Raiden skill lasts for 25 seconds, Cookie Shinobu's with Constellation 2 only 15 seconds, which can like, I would say ruin your rotation and DPS, you know. Raiden in this case way better. Also Raiden's skill increase your burst damage, like, if you know, like, that damage also, like, if you use her skill. That's why most likely it's better to use her skill first, to start rotation with her skill. I will try with Neuvillette Cookie, and I will show you. Alright, it's like spread, I'll hate him.
Share my knowledge.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
I'll settle this. Stand with me.
Well now, the process of elimination.
You see, like, it's not a bad team, and you know why? Because I have like Fischl, which apply Electro, I have Cookie Shinobu, which apply Electro, so it's not a bad team as well. I mean, like, Quick Bloom and this one, in case of damage, I would say maybe close to each other. I prefer like play with like Shinchu or Yelan, because Yelan give you additional damage. Let me try with Yelan now. The only banner that will prevent gambling is Venti. I don't have Venti. I see. Yeah, it's because of like, yeah, even though he's just crazy. Give me something like this. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you remember yesterday, I got like pretty good sand, and let me show how it like, yeah. Just a second. So yeah. What it is? Yeah, like this. That's crazy. I got energy recharge, which is crazy, but all of the updates went to like Yeah, that's sad. I have this one. The only one which is good is this trash one. I don't know how is it possible, but still, like, yeah. I already have like this one, which is good. I don't have flower, unfortunately. Yeah, I got like this one. No, not this one. Which one? Oh, I melted most likely. So yeah, it's like a little bit difficult for me, but I don't need at the moment Obsidian Codex. You know why? Because I need two 4-piece sets, one for Kachina, another for Xilonen, to do tests. I want to test how Xilonen is better than Kachina, especially in a multi-elemental environment. You know why? Because Kachina can give you different buffs. And in this case, in some cases, I would say it might be better if you fight some ordinary enemies, you know, without like a lot of resistance. After seeing Mavuika in Natlan, oh yeah, Mavuika, doesn't 2 electro characters mess up with the spread? Oh no, you know why? Because Alhaitham applies. I have Nahida, and also I have Alhaitham. Alhaitham, like Dendro application, or like it's pretty great. I mean, like that's why no, it's okay. And Fischl also gives additional damage. You mean like I can go Kazuha to increase that, like, but it's mostly for aggravate. You know why? Let's say for aggravate, like with Chlorine, you can go Kazuha. You can go Bayonet, Chlorine, and Fischl. In this case, you can swirl Electro and get more damage. In case of Alhaitham, going for Kazuha or any animal character and swirl Electro make no sense.
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha.
Make yourselves at home.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Lightning terrified. Our bond is...
Unfortunately, since you don't have like resistance to interruption, yeah, you need to dodge.
Wait.
It's still 75, you know, like, but you get some damage buff from Yelan. Yelan, like, by using that her skill, you get some damage. So yeah, this team is, I would say, better. With Shinchu, you are more safe. Can you show your Furina? Yes, of course, just a second. Not for spread, but it does for Hyperbloom. For Hyperbloom, double Electro. Yes, for Hyperbloom, by the way, defense please. Oh my god. Yes, of course, just a second. My Furina build. My Furina is like this. Constellation 0. I use this standard weapon, which is like you can get by fishing. Artifacts is best for her. It's like a golden troop. 4 piece. Talents is like 10-10. No need to level up this one if you don't have Constellation 6, because only at Constellation 6 you get infusion for 5 seconds, something like that. So yeah, you just can keep it on like level 1. Overall stats is like this: 61, 153 and 190. About my HP, I usually use her with Neuvillette. That's why I decided to go for Hydro damage bonus. But overall, I would suggest for HP at Constellation 0. So it's like this. With Neuvillette second, I mean like second Hydro, you get close to 40k, which is a cap. My about stats, let me show you. Like it's HP, it's Hydro damage bonus, and crit rate, crit damage. It depends on like what you need. The only condition I would say something like that, it's energy recharge. If you want to use that, to use her burst of cooldown, I would suggest more than 180. No need to go less than that. Just keep that in mind. And you know you want to use that burst, because that burst, by the way, healing you. If you don't know, guys, that burst, I mean like Furina's burst, can heal you a little bit. One for incoming healing bonus conversion ratio. So yeah, it's a little bit, but he still can heal your characters. At the same time, that burst, if you play with Neuvillette or any other healer, you can get 300 fanfare stack and get up to 75% damage bonus buff for all teammates, by the way. Okay, did you think if no changes on Xilonen, then Xilonen more worse than C0 Raiden in free-to-play account? About that, you know, it's a little bit complicated question, and I will ask you, you know why? Because if your account is new and you don't have DPS characters, Xilonen might be not so useful for you. You know why? Because Xilonen's teams, just a second, let me go like in Spiral Abyss and I will show you. Just a second. Even though Xilonen is great and she can be as a DPS as well, the problem is, let me show the teams which is like at the moment on paper can be used with Xilonen. The team likes, let's say, like Noel is Xilonen, right? So yeah, you can go like this team with Kazuha or Sucrose, like let's say Sucrose, right? This team. You need like 2 different elements, by the way, keep that in mind. And you need at least 1 DPS. You can go like this team. Arlecchino, Xianling, Bennett, and Xilonen, like 3 different elements. Or instead of Xilonen, you can go like Sucrose or Kazuha. In this case, Kazuha might be better. So yeah, like this with Xilonen, you know. So yeah, what I want to say, like she is playable with at least 1 DPS. And if you don't have like DPSs, by the way, Risley as well. You can like, let's say it's Risley. You can go like the team like this as well, but with not with Bennett, or with Bennett and Xianling. So yeah, like we have some variation. So yeah, what I want to say, like she needs some DPS character. Without DPS characters, like she is not. So I would say Raiden might be better for your account. And you know why? Because you can use Raiden as a DPS character and as Hyper Bloom as well. Let me go this team and I will show you. Let me show you my just. Oh, bye Dreamers, bye bye. Pray for Colombina, yes. Just a second, let me. Okay, just tell me which characters you have. Let's say, let me show you my Raiden. I just wanna like, why, like, because like, for new players especially, doing Hyper Bloom is like, cost you less and gives you enough damage to defeat all of the enemies, mostly, you know, like, especially in Spiral Abyss. So yeah, let's go like this team, and I will go like free team to play. And let's say Traveler. Let's say you went for Raiden, you wish for Raiden and got Raiden and use her as EM. You can go Shinchu if you have Shinchu. Constellation matters a little bit, but not so much. Because Shinchu has Restred at Constellation 2, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't matter so much. You need like that Hydro. If you have Yelan, you can, instead of Shinchu, use Yelan. So yeah, instead of Traveler, you can go Yao Yao. Yao Yao would be better. You know why? Yao Yao, she's a healer. So yeah, in this case, she might be better. But if you don't have, like, Traveler is not a bad option. Hydro damage bonus give more damage than HP? Usually yes. Of course, I mean, like, it depends, you know why? Let's say if you compare with mualani, since mualani like scales up close to 80% of HP, if you have like great, just insane HP goblet and trash hydro damage goblet, I would say go for HP, you know? But if you compare with a character like Neuvillette with Constellation 0, it's better to use hydro damage bonus, which is obvious. About Furina, Furina needs 40k HP. If you can get that 40k with second hydro, then you can go for Hydro damage bonus. Yeah, you will get more damage from saloon members. And at the same time, you will get like all 300 fanfare stacks. So yeah, skill just like, wait, is that crit damage circlet? Alright, let me show you like this one with Traveler. It's like, oh yeah, it's that mechanical array.
Propagate! Spring forth!
Witness the power of Gua. Huh?
Animal tech 6308.
By the way, you can go second Hydra actually. I just messed up a little bit.
Scatter! Germinate!
Let me weave you up.
Stand clear.
But you see, if you see the damage, it's like let's say it's not great one, but it's like okay.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Spring forth!
Witness the power of Gua.
There is no escape. Absorption test. Stand clear. Illusion shattered.
Propagate!
So yeah, like I don't want to say it's a great something like that, but still, you know, like it's free to play, like completely free to play team. If you go with Nahida, you will get more damage. And if you switch Sucrose, let me switch Sucrose with Xilonen, for example. Oh yeah, mualani might be better than Neuvillette in some cases because of screenshot today. After I fully built Kazuha, I tried mualani, Kachina, Shanling and Kazuha team, and I got my first. Oh, for real! Congrats with that, Mirak. Congrats. I mean, yes, getting first like 36 star. It's like it's yeah. I'm gonna no, like, but yes, I saw like lineup for us like upcoming one, or like in a 5.1 next one. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but you will be alright. You know why? You need to get used at mualani. Mualani has specific kit, you know. But if you get used to that, you will be alright. I mean, like, yes, she deals a lot of ton of damage. Let me go like Xilonen instead of like, or not Xilonen, by the way. Just a second. Let me go Barbara, and I will show you why it's not a bad idea. Barbara with instructor set will give you additional elemental mastery, 120 for 8 seconds upon triggering elemental reaction. Oh yeah, it's a 4-piece, it's like this, it's like she doesn't need. The most important like this one, it's like upon triggering an elemental reaction, increase all party members elemental mastery for 120, which is good. It's not for active character like Nahida does. That's why in some cases Nahida is not a great option for Neuvillette Hyperbloom. You know why? Because like yes, it's still like better than any other Dendro character supported we have, but when you use Nahida's burst, Nahida burst like gives elemental mastery only for active characters, which is Neuvillette. Neuvillette in Hyperbloom doesn't need elemental mastery at all. In like let's say in Vape team with Dia, he's way better. Alright, let me go like with this team. Like Barbara, Shinchu, and Dendro Traveler. Not for C04 in summer. Kakarot, but Hydro damage gives more damage than... No, it's not like that, Samir. You know why? Like Kakarot, like for this C0 Furina, like it gives more damage definitely, but it's working like this. Let me show you. If you like... Just a second. So yeah. If you go double Hydro on your team, let's say I use this team, right? Just a second.
The campaign begins.
You get Elemental Resonance, which increase your max HP by 25 for all characters. In this case, I have like about 38k, which more than, like, let's say it's okay. In this case, you can use Hydro damage bonus and you will get more damage, yes. Because it's close to 40k. But if you have less than that, not so close, let's say 35-ish, something like that, it's better to use like HP. HP will give you more, because not because of damage, Salon members, because of fanfare stacks. You can get fanfare stack more fast and use them. It's overall 75% damage bonus. So yeah, just keep that in mind. With Constellation 2, by the way, if you get that Constellation, you can completely switch to Hydro damage goblet. Well, it depends on your team. Like, if you go for 2 Hydro, like I usually use Furina with my Neuvillette, and because of that, I switch to Hydro damage bonus. And I will explain you why. Because let's say if I switch that goblet to HP, I will overcap that. Yeah, I have this one, right? I will overcap that by 4k, which is completely useless for Furina. You know, it's better to get defense for Furina, you know, than that 4k HP. It's completely useless. You cannot utilize that 4k. Because of that, I decided to switch to like Hydro damage goblet. Yes, it's not great, unfortunately, not so. Like, it's good, but you know, not so much HP, unfortunately. So yeah, this one as well. As soon as I get more HP, I can like get 40k. I hope they fix some of mualani mechanics. Unfortunately, you know, like I know mualani is a little bit like just a little bit like clumsy to use, yes, but I don't think they will do, Mirak, you know. So that's why I said that you need to get used to some of her mechanics. So yeah, but the damage worth it. I mean, like, because like you get like ton of damage, you know. Like, just imagine couple millions with only one. Like, yeah, that's crazy. All right, let me show you this team. By the way, it's like free to play, Oski.
There is no Ring cutter. Let the show begin. Shine down.
Spring forth.
Let me read you a verse.
There is no escape. Let's dance.
I cannot show my elemental mastery, but it's now more than like.
Scatter.
Rain outlines your feet.
Germinate.
Ring cutter.
Illusion shattered. Let the show begin.
If you ask me, I like Sucrose more. Even though, like,
Propagate.
I don't know why. I don't know why I like Sucrose more than you know why? Because she just used that her skill is AoE, and in this case she can like hit all. She fixes Raiden's coordinated attack problems. Because if you have Cookie Shinobu, by the way, even with Constellation 0 Cookie, she might be better. Because like Sucrose just fix like Raiden's coordinated attack. So yeah, Oski, like you can go for Raiden if you want to. Even in Constellation 0, you can use her as a DPS character if you want. You can use her as a Hyper Bloom. So she's not a bad character. About Xilonen, it's up to you. If you like the character, then yes, go for it. Xilonen is not a bad character, but unfortunately you need some DPS characters on your team. Like overall on your roster, I mean on your account. If you have, then go for Xilonen. You can go with off-piece on Barbara. Off-piece? I mean, like, what do you mean off-piece? I mean, yes, I did the same. I just use instructor set. Oh, you mean like no need to do that? You know why? Because like that instructor set is a great set for Hyperblooming and Burgeon, for Bennett, if you know, for Cookie Shinobu, by the way. You can use that for Cookie Shinobu. And in this case, you will actually no, for Cookie Shinobu, no, because like yes, Cookie Shinobu needs like Flower of Paradise laws. But overall, Barbara with that set is not a bad idea. Okay, let me just go. Oh yeah, let me try this thing. Let me go Rosa, Arlecchino.
I want to help.
Miracle. Yo, sometimes her normals doesn't hit. You know why? Burst just doesn't hit anything. Yes. You know why, Miracle? Your normals. If you know, you need to catch that two puffets, if I'm not mistaken, if I correct name them. And if you miss them, you need to be close to them. Time to time, like sometimes when you use that skill and when they appear and you like far enough from them, you need to be close to them. So yeah, she is kinda, even though she can do some AoE, she is still kinda melee character, even though Catalyst. So yeah, that's frustrating, I know, but anyway, let's say if you like miss some like that puffet in on first run, you can you can do like second one and you will get them. So yeah, sometimes yeah, you can like miss some damage, unfortunately. And that burst, by the way, you know why you miss that burst? Because it has long animation time. So yeah, just try to use her a little bit, let's say not at the exact time you need them, you know. If you will use that burst a little bit like, I would say before you need something like that, you know, like especially when you fight against the wolfies who can like move pretty fast, just like that. So yeah, that burst, yes, a little bit like annoying, I know that, but it is what it is. At least she deals a ton of damage with a free weapon. You don't need even go for that, for her, also for that 5-star. Alright, let me just like, oh yeah.
Animal test 6308. Yeah! Teamwork is dream. Punishment.
I like Rosa a lot. She is Constellation. Oh, that's a trash weapon. Okay, I mean like... Yeah, I usually use Favonius. Unfortunately, yeah, I used all of them. That's why I need another copy. Oh, I have Rosaria at C6. She was... you know, like, Rosa is... It depends on the characters. You know, for Melt, she's okay, with Shanlink maybe, but no, I wouldn't suggest you. Just keep C6 for now. Like, I just, like Rosaria is my favorite characters among like 4 stars. I like her a lot, that's why. But I wouldn't suggest, you know why? Because, let's say, in some cases for you, Xianyun might be better. Like this character. Like this one. You know? But because of that, she's like supportive character, she's good for Melt, but still, she is not great one. Yeah, she is good, just like the average, something like that. I wouldn't suggest you, no, just keep her at C6. Just it, yeah. Unfortunately, yes, it happens for me as well. So yeah, I have like couple characters, like Yanfei, you know, I know she is good. I can build her and she can be good enough. By the way, she can be good than my Diluc, because the charge attack, she just has crazy damage. But I will build my Gaming in the future. I hope so. So yeah, I have Beidou. I don't use Beidou so much. So yeah, it happens, like some of them you just bench. And you know why? Because let's say some characters just cannot, they are not so useful in your on your account. That's it. It happens. Oh, hi Yoni, how are you doing? Oh yeah, thank you, Baza. Thank you very much. So let's just like, it's couple days to like for this one. And yeah, congrats with that, by the way, Mirak, because like it's only 2 days left and you finished it. It wasn't so difficult. I would suggest you to do some tests, you know, if you ask me, like with enemies, especially with that mechanic array, because that mechanic array maybe for mualani can be a little bit nightmare. You know why? Because yeah, he's just starting to do some like crazy moves when you don't need that at all. And also she like it has that shield. By the way, Wolf is also like pretty annoying. I mean, like this one. Like yeah, on the chamber, on second chamber, they are also annoying. I know that. Yeah, this one's. Especially with mualani, yeah, I just like it's nightmare maybe. Single targets are okay. Overall, this spiral abyss is not so difficult. Like, let's say it's midi, something like that, you know, like next one, according to some like data, it's going to be a little bit difficult than this one. All right, let me do one more. Oh, this domain. Hope I can get something. Oh, by the way, you know why I say that it's easy? I will explain you why. Because you just finished it first time. It's like, you know, like I don't know how to explain that. It's easy, and you will get that. You will know why. Just do couple times. Like as soon as you get to the enemies, I mean, like get used to the moves. Get used to rotation. Do properly rotation. Spiral abyss, any spiral abyss getting easy and more easy than you did that before runs. I mean, you know, because of that, believe me or not, this one is not so difficult. Yes, this one, if you compare with previous one, which had like elemental check, you need like when you fight against lectors, you know, lectors was just like a nightmare. Especially previous one, if you remember, guys, like previous one was just like, yeah, like it was difficult. This one is not so difficult. Yes, we have a couple geo enemies and you need to destroy the shield. They are tricky but not so difficult. So yeah, anyway, like it's, yeah, it depends. Let me go like this, Tim.
I can't wait any longer.
Alrighty.
Laid back.
Let's light it up!
Surprise, man. Oz, reveal thyself.
I'm going in!
You're toast.
Oh yeah, I just cannot, like, you see this team, it's so great. I just like, I cannot imagine if I add Chivalrous, how good can, like, instead of channeling, by the way, this team is going to be just crazy. That's why I want to get that Chivalrous. Yeah, and I hope I can get her. So yeah, and I can like dodge. Let's say, yes, I can, like, would be nice to dodge Kinich. Okay. Actually, if I can... Yeah. Farming artifact is a nightmare. You know why? You know why? Yeah, I want to do some tests with Chevreuse. Chevreuse at Constellation 0, when you use Chevreuse in like Pyro Electro teams, like double Pyro, double Electro, or like Mono Pyro with Electro, or Mono Electro with Pyro. She is so good. She applies, she gives you some, she gives you healing. Yes, with Arlecchino is not, and is not an option, but with Raiden is an option. Let's say with Chlorine is not a bad option as well. With but still you can use with Arlecchino. And yes, I want to do some tests because like if you notice like how like let's go with Spire Abyss with this team and I will show you. Against Tulpa, by the way, this team is just crazy. Against Tulpa, this team is just insane. And it's because Constellation 6 Official has a great synergy with Arlecchino. Just insane synergy with Arlecchino. But at zero she won't do so much, the Sucrose might be better. You know, like it depends. You know why? Because I will explain you why. To use what's the problem with the Sucrose? If you fight in like a multi-wave environment, you need to use Sucrose every time and apply Pyro. Let's say with Arlecchino it's easy because she doesn't lose her infusion when you in Bond of Life state. But you need to apply Sucrose, like you need to swill with Sucrose every time you get a new wave, new enemy, right? With Chevreuse is not like this. She just give you buff and that's it on your character for 30 seconds, which is good. So overall for your DPS, it's, in my opinion, I assume that Chevreuse even at Constellation 0 might be better than Sucrose or Kazuha. Yes, if you need some crowd controlling, by the way, Chevreuse, if I'm not mistaken, can do crowd controlling as well with her burst. So in this case, she might be super valuable. I mean, yes, maybe overall Sucrose be better against single target. But let's say in multi-wave environment, Chevreuse, I think, will be better. That's why I want to check her. Like, yeah, that's why I want to check her, because like, you know, I have like all of the characters, only Chevreuse is like, I missed only Chevreuse. Alright, let me show, like, it's like without Chevreuse, right?
Everybody stand! Eat this! By royal decree.
Yes, Vape is better, not gonna lie. See, like it's a problem. You know why? Because I lost all of my Bond of Life, and that's bad. So yeah, Vape gives you more damage, obviously. Like if you compare with this team, but with Chevreuse, I think I can get more damage.
Teamwork is strict. Wings of darkness. Goba, get them.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to use Goba. Big milestone vortex. Haha, you are growing fast. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Xianyun. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're right. Does it only gain a vape every 3 or 4? Yes, exactly. And that's a problem, by the way. You know why? You can do charge attack, but it's a waste of your energy. So yeah, but yeah, you're right. I mean, because of standard ICD, but even though you get so much damage, you mean like crazy damage. So it's
Transfix.
I'm going in! Eat this! I'm the right.
yeah, I forgot about that. In this case, damage is a little bit better. You know why? Because of Goba. Yeah, I forgot about Goba. You know what Goba does? Goba gives you rest shed for pyro.
Nice and spicy!
Let's light it up.
Midnight Phantasmical.
Teamwork is trip.
I messed up.
Overrule.
I forgot to use the keys. So yeah, like I forgot to use like, but it's like just a second. Let me try it again. So yeah, let me try it again. I forgot to use Goba. Goba, by the way, is like I would suggest you to use Goba when you use Xianyun, and you will notice the difference, like how much damage you can deal. I'm looking for that benefit. No, it's not. No, he is not C6. He is like he is Constellation 5. So yeah.
I'm going in.
Let's go.
You're toast! Goba, get it!
You see the damage? It's like it's different. You know why? Because of that Goba. Without Goba, you get less damage. I'm sorry if my voice is like, yeah, it's better to play.
Teamwork is trip.
I'm the frying pan!
I forgot. I forgot. So yeah, the point is it's still valuable, not a bad team, but you need to use that Goba. Just keep that in mind. Goba is for real. It's 50% like shred, pyro shred. It's crazy. So I'm cooked cause. Oh no. Oh, actually, yes. I mean, like Vortex. I got a new feather today for my chlorine. It has. What? Yanni, come on. Just stop it. You get so great artifacts. That's crazy, actually. Congrats with that. And it's like Whimsy, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's Whimsy. Crazy. So it is 32.6 and 3.9. That's crazy. Congrats with that.
Overrule. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Oz revealed!
So yeah, the damage difference is way better with Goba. And if you catch this one, you will get more damage. Of course.
Nice and spicy!
Off we go. Everybody stand.
Shadow Raven, let night!
So yeah, this team is good. Not gonna lie, like it's not a bad team, but just imagine if I get Shurus, I can switch my Xianyun, I think. So yeah. Alright, let me just join my friends. That actually a 32 point. It's Whimsy, right, Yoni? If it's Whimsy and her signature set is crazy. About my Bennett, no. My Bennett is Constellation 5. Yeah. I haven't activated this one. Weapon is like this one. By the way, if I switch that weapon with, let's say, with Miss Splitter, I will get more damage. But I just, yes, let's say it's free-to-play weapon. Great weapon, not a bad weapon at all. Artifact set is a 4-piece like Noblesse. and as
Benny's
much
adventure
recharge
team,
as I can get. It's
assemble!
like 280. And talents, by the way, yes, so I would suggest you to do that. You know why? He, like, let's say keep on 12. But yes, like crowning him is not a bad idea. I'm liking EM. No, sadly I haven't gone a Whimsy set yet and I'm still on glad. Oh, okay, that's alright. That's okay. At least, you know, like getting this type of artifacts, whatever it is, it's whatever set it is, it's great. Like, okay, let's go. Which one is what? Yes, and you know, like the more you play the game, the more you get more artifacts. It's like this. When you're new, by the way,
Benny's
just like
adventure team.
I don't remember which boss he is talking about, actually. Furina boss. Oh, it's Tulpa, for real. Oh, come on. Okay. Well, yes, I just like need to show him the team. And he's using the look. That's crazy.
I'll settle this. Get with me.
Scatter. Flicker. Here you are.
Careful!
Oh, for real. Whip that Tulpa to death. Yes, actually it's like that. When Chlorine passive is active, I have like, for real, that's crazy actually. That's crazy. But with her signature, oh yeah, you have her signature, by the way. And because of that, yeah. Wave that Tulpa. Yeah, wave that Tulpa. Actually, you know, like the best team against that Tulpa, it's like, yes, you can go Shanling and like, but I would prefer to use I'll hate him. You know why? I think what bench, I mean like change.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate intelligence. All those scholars in the academia are prime examples. Wait. Huh? No.
Oh my. Oh, why? Just like.
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I mean, like, would be nice if he can join my stream to see that. Okay, yeah. Add Xilonen boss to Abyss. Forgot about him. By the way, Vortex, I got to a... Oh, for real, congrats. Actually, you know, Yone, maybe you will struggle a little bit. Like for maybe couple days. But I would suggest you... Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Why you're there? Just teleport here. Come on, oh my. About that, Yoni, I mean, like, I would suggest you to keep level 9, even though it's a little bit difficult that level, like, about level 8, because, you know, like, you get enhanced drop rate, which is crazy. And this function, by the way, it's so crazy, you know, like, you just teleport and boss is ready. It's okay, Vortex. It's fun to see your cope. Oh, for real? Ah, okay. Okay, guys. If it's fun, why not? I mean, like...
Flicker.
Okay. Use double click. That's right.
Careful!
I'm not gonna... He's doing okay by using that burst. But yeah, it's better to like to switch to another character, I would say. But that's alright. Alright.
Wait. Huh? No.
That's why I usually use Alhaitham, by the way. And I think, if you ask me, guys, like kinich, by the way, can be useful against the tulpa in a hyper room as well. You know why? Because if you use, let me show. Oh yeah, I wanted to test like Alhaitham, like this team. But with Shinobu, unfortunately, yes, in some cases, this with Shinobu, like Neuvillette is not so great. You know why? Even though damage can be better, you can get some hits. You need to be close to an enemy.
Showing you praise! Let the world come! Hey! Share my knowledge!
Bow your head. Be sanctified.
Lightning purified!
You see, even though damage is okay.
Settle down.
Even though damage is okay, you still need to be close to an enemy, and that's a problem.
Everyone hold hands! Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Let the mighty be humble.
But if you compare Raiden's Hyperbloom and Cookie Shinobu Hyperbloom, Cookie Shinobu Hyperbloom is better overall, because it's because of that AoE, by the way. And Raiden has coordinated attack, which is good but not ideal, you know. So yeah, that's why let's say if you want to go for Raiden because of Hyper Blooming, let's say, but you have Cookie Shinobu, even at Constellation 0, Cookie might be not a bad option. I mean, like, you can, let's say you want to go only because of Hyper Bloom. So yeah, you can go for another character, not for Raiden. Raiden is still great character. She's an Archon. You can use her as a TPS, but I just like say I just say that the options you can use. Will you try to get Xilonen? Yes, maybe yes. Chiori's weapon is actually a pretty flexible sword. Yes, actually, yes. Most like I think about that, and you know why? Because of Xilonen's kit. Xilonen's kit at the moment is not, let's say it's okay, that's it, but it's not great. I will explain you why. That debuff function is not broken as hell. It's like, let's say, kinda okay. Let's say if they give her like some additional 20% elemental damage bonus buff would be better. You know? Let's like, yeah, something like that. It's like, because you get like 60% elemental damage bonus, which is great, not bad at all. But maybe because of that, they buffed that weapon. Now you can get up to 36% elemental damage bonus, and in, let's say, if you combine all of the buffs, it means 76% damage bonus, elemental damage bonus, which is higher than Furina can give you. You know, so maybe I will go for that weapon. I'm not so like, let's say at the moment, I will check that. At the moment, if I'm not mistaken, it's 37 PT on my weapon banner. Just a second, let me check that. And because of that, yes, maybe I will go for. Let me switch my team. Yes, I use Arlecchino a lot, and actually, you know, I get bored. It's boring when you use the same character again and again. Back then, by the way, I use this character, Xianyun, Alhaitham, Fischl, oh yeah, and Kazuha.
How long will this require?
He always do. Will you stream your? Yes, yes, definitely. I mean, like, I will stream when I will go for Chivalrous. I will do 20 singles or couple multis, we'll see. I mean, only 20 pulls. And when I go for Xilonen, yes, definitely. Okay, let me just try if I can get something. No, a lot of trash artifacts. When I see Elemental Mastery, like, it's better to get like flat defense in this one. You know why? Than Elemental Mastery, because all of the upgrades will went to Elemental. I will keep it maybe. You know why? Because actually it's not a bad set. Maybe I can use it in the future. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, why not? Pyro damage goblet is always welcome. Endure, maybe. And you know why I want to? I will dream. Dang, I need that piece for my gaming. Oh, you mean like, yeah. Let me show. I'm not going to flex, but let me show you my like. Yeah, I got like one. Actually, I have pretty good pieces. And I have like, if I'm not mistaken, Oh yeah, it was a goblet, I'm sorry. Hydro, HP, Hydro. I should have one Pyro. Yes, I have one Pyro, which is trashy, but anyway. Yeah, I know, I keep all of them, and you know why? You never know which one can be useful. No, it's the only one Pyro, by the way. That's I mean, like a second one. That's crazy, I didn't know that. And it's like not off piece, which is crazy. It's on set. So yeah, I did all of the stuff. So yeah, we will get in couple days, in 2 days Spiral Abyss, in 4 days, yeah, Kinich and Chivalrous. I hope I can get Chivalrous, by the way, to do more tests. Unfortunately, I haven't pre-farmed for Chivalrous, but I will, definitely. You know, like, let's say, I keep all of them, which is a big problem for me. You know why? Because of this space. Actually, I so glad they add this function, you know, when you can create like this stuff, which is crazy. So yeah, you just like clear the space for your artifacts, you know. So now like I have like couple, yeah, 27 and 8, and I will keep them to level up some artifacts. So yeah, great function, but unfortunately, yes, it's like, yeah, I keep all of the trash, even like, let's say most of them, I just keep them, even though I have good artifacts already. You see, like I have like more than a 10 flower. I mean like, and they are pretty good, not a bad flowers at all. So yeah, it's like this.
Not enough to cultivate intelligence.
Alright guys, it's like
all those scholars in the
like
academia
11
are prime
already.
examples.
And it's time to like finish the stream, but I will be online tomorrow. I hope like we will get some news, by the way, and no nerf for Xilonen. Like actually it's so late already. I hope they will keep, most likely I think that they will keep her as the same state she is at the moment. They might be nerf a weapon a little bit, but we'll see, because at the moment weapon looks just insane, so crazy. And yes, Yoni, you're right, because that weapon, by the way, weapon banner is, oh yeah, I forgot to show you how many. So at the moment it's like, oh yeah, the last one for me was this one, Crimson. It's like, yeah, it's like Arlecchino's signature weapon. It's 41. It's 41. It means I am 27 pulls away from.
I created an
27 pulls away from let's say guaranteed weapon, guaranteed 5-star weapon, which is great. And that weapon banner is like, yeah, it's cool, because even if you lose your 50-50 and like you won't like you, let's say you won't get any from this, any weapon from a standard banner, which would be great, you can get that second weapon, like Chiori's weapon. Chiori's weapon is crazy because like it's like so flexible. I can use that weapon on any, like let's say on Alhaitham, definitely. Yeah, that's crazy because like it gives you 88.2% crit damage. It's going to be my first weapon, by the way, with this, a lot of crit damage. Oh yeah, thank you very much guys again, like yeah.
This scenery is wonderful.
So yeah, like it's yeah,
Surely enough
it's
to
time to
convince
like finish
anyone
the
to
stream,
become a
and yeah,
wanderer.
thanks for joining guys. I will be online tomorrow, so yeah, feel free to join guys. Bye bye guys.